Going on, everybody? Today, let's, oh my goodness, discuss Rocket League tactics. I'm going to go into a few previous replays, and we're going to discuss tactics, mistakes, and things that players can do to bypass specific situations. My back is killing me, so sitting there playing games and all of that, I don't want to fuck it up even more by making a sudden jerk or action. So I'm taking it easy. Chat is on screen. I even went the extra mile and enabled Epic Pin. So if there's something that I need to commentate on or point out, for example, this is a stock ass OEM wheel, for example. You can see it exactly as I draw it on screen. It works practically seamless, and I have it set up to where you can see what I draw, but you can't necessarily see, any of the background things beyond that. So you don't have to worry about all that. Like, you can see the eraser and me delete the stuff. You can see me go up. This is where the bar is, by the way, and things that I click, but you don't have to deal with all the symbols being on screen. And you ain't gonna worry about the chat being over here on the side, because generally I would just show my desktop view and do it that way. But I fixed it. So you can see the full screen and you don't have to worry about chat taking up this portion of the screen, the Epic window or Epic Pen window taking up this section, and all the other extra crap that I have on my screen. Either way, let's hop on into, not settings. Well, on this account, which is my extra mode Smurf account, here's the camera settings that I particularly use. All right there. Control, steering sensitivity, aerial sensitivity, dead zone, controller dead zone, dodge dead zone. I have mine all the way up. And all of this extra stuff. Interface doesn't matter, but I do use force default team colors because I hate being in team matches and it being all weird colors. I prefer the field to look the same at all times, so force default team colors is very good. I'm blind as hell, so this generally stays up at 100%. Convert platform friends. Sometimes I wish I didn't have this on, but it is what it is. Ball arrow, if you can't see the ball arrow when your ball cam is off, definitely turn this on. The indicator is not really important. Most people actually turn that off and just get used to it running regularly. Video, everything is on high quality or quality, except for I have my frames per second capped at 60 FPS. Plus, my monitor itself that I'm playing on is a 60 hertz monitor, which means it only does 60 frames per second refresh speed. So I leave it capped at whatever the hell my monitor is. VSync doesn't work well with this monitor because it fluctuates between 59 and 60 sometimes. It's very weird, but beyond that, setting an actual cap of your frame rate is a lot better than using VSync in some cases anyway. Because if you just turn VSync on some computers, they will power through and they will try to shove 250 FPS into a 60 refresh, monitor. And like it says, screen tearing and all of that can happen because of that. Render quality is on quality instead of high quality. And I mean, on my main account, my actual, higher level account, everything's on low quality for the most part. Everything's turned off. I mean, transparent goalposts, obviously, you have to have on. or what are you doing? But everything's generally turned off. It's on a lower setting, so I can get the most amount of FPS, computer performance, etc., etc. And if I'm feeling like this green or game's just looking bad one day, I mean, I turn up the quality to render it in better, but I still have everything else, the texture detail, world detail, particles, and all of that on its lowest settings. Audio, if you're a streamer, you want to turn off music playlist and music gameplay all the way down, or you'll hear music and it'll copyright your videos. Player anthems, you're better off turning those off. But if you turn everything else off, it's fine. Streamer safe music is a fucking lie. It says mute/replace any DMCA protected soundtracks and anthems. Anything like that, guess what? It don't work. You'll still get copyrighted. You won't get copyright strikes, which is specifically the 3 strikes and then your account's done, but you will get copyright notices on your account and people will start monetizing your video. That's the only thing that this prevents it from happening, is you getting copyright strikes from the DMCA violations. It doesn't stop the royalty-free music that if you don't say or give credit to every song listed in that particular video, they can monetize a portion of your video, if not the entire thing. It don't protect against that shit, so be very careful. I don't even need that on. I don't listen to any type of music. As you can see, my sounds and all that are turned down most of the time instead of up. Sometimes I play Rocket League without any sound at all, and I just go. Extra shows all the other bullshit. Eventually, well, actually today, there's going to be another menu in for voice chat whenever that update gets pushed out. And there's going to be voice chat. No! I mean, yay! Anyway, I guess I can show career stats. I don't really care about them. On this account, I've played almost 19,000 matches, 50% win rate. I've always maintained a 50% win rate on this account since I started playing it all the way to now. I've always had a 50% win rate on this account. It's cursed. I literally will win a game and then the next game lose, and then win a game and then lose, and then win a game and then lose. It's always been like that. Or if I go on like a 15-game win streak, I'll go on a 15-game loss streak somewhere down the road. It's always been 50%. Goals, assists, saves. I mean, just about 1 save per game that I join. Assists, I pass once every other game. Goals, I score about 1 goal a game. This at one point was 5 goals a game. I got all the way up to 5 per match average for a little bit there. And then I ranked up to higher ranks. Anyway, over level 2000. And I was very far up in rank before the stupid, complete a challenge, get a level type shit. That shit was implemented. I was way up there before it was actually easy to level up and all of that, and the rocket pass and everything else, skyrocket people's experience. I was already upwards of that. I think max level's like 21 or 2200, so I'm almost actually maxed out in the banners and everything else that I can get from this game. It's either 2100 or 2200, so after that, that's the end. Equivalence play time of only 63 days on this account. Remember, I used to play PlayStation before that. That's where all my SARP stuff is, and from my Rocket League all the way up to when I switched to PC and got rid of my PlayStations and all of that. So after that, I have 63 days worth of equivalent time. Beyond that, less than 10,000 wins. Sad. But I mean, to keep it at 50%, it makes sense. Of those wins, I have a 30% VIP rate. It's a little bit higher, but let's just say 30% to make it easy. It's almost on upwards of like 40%, but I don't care. Goals, I mean, we already went over this. These are just general stats. Now, if you see the shots on goals, which this isn't necessarily accurate, I would take this number and take it in half and say about 23,000. Because what happens is if you pass the ball off of a wall or anything like that, it counts as a shot on goal. So anytime that you see that, in game that I say, oh, I'm passing it off wall to, a teammate or anything like that, it's going to give me a shot on goal. Or if I go for a clear across field, it's going to give me a shot on goal. So this number, take about half of it and then go with however many goals I have. 22,000. And that'll give you roundabouts actual accuracy. Yeah, you get about actual accuracy. Because that'd be about 1 for 1, except there's about 2 or 3,000 open goals missed. That's about right. That seems about right. Maybe a little less than half. So we'll say 30,000. Nah, 16,000 missed shots on goal through the career of just this account. I don't know about that one, Carl. Because I've only played 18,000 matches. Accuracy ain't that damn bad. Drop shot damage. I have a lot more than 4 high fives, thank you very much. Drop shot damage 64,000, ultra damage 44,000, swish goals 77. I mean, that's not too terribly bad. Back when I was a drop shot main, I was racking up damage like very, very quickly. But if you think about it, on average, I would get anywhere from 60 to 100 damage per game, sometimes a little bit more. But if you look at 100 damage per game, that's only like 642 games. So, it's not a huge amount of drop shot games to get that damage. Ultra damage, though, as you can see, most of my huge amount of damage in ultra damage goes quite significantly higher. Well, not higher, but it's a lot higher per game than the actual regular damage. But I mean, it's ultra damage. I counted ball touches and all of that. It's generally 4 on the 4th touch, unless something weird like a pinch or some other crazy shit happens. That breaks the system. Every 4 touches, it powers. Light touches, well, it's different. So, in drop shot, every 4 touches, it powers. However, if the team that just got damage touches the ball regularly, it will not pop. Or if the person that just got damaged touches the ball again and doesn't hit it with like a special touch or a huge amount of power, it will not pop and it will not give you credit for touches. So it's actually quite an interesting system. They designed Drop Shot to kind of make it fair for everybody, but you know, it is Drop Shot at the end of the day. Um, that was a sad day indeed. Here you go. Unnamed, lost by 1 point. That lasted apparently 10 fucking minutes. Jesus Christ. Okay. Please give me control of camera. Thank you. Alright, let's get into this thing. We have 3v3. How do I pull up my... Whoops, not that button. Okay. So we got a Season 5 GC. Cloud Jr. Zygardian. We have Flavored Perks. A Season 3 Blizzard Wizard. And then myself. This is my old one before I switched to the Loathsome Shot Misser. This is my youtube.com/Nunya gag name. I actually don't have control over my epic pen while I'm in fly camera. That's interesting. I see. I'm going to have to switch back and forth between it. Okay. It's better to find that out now than not. How do I get rid of stats? Because I don't know what my scoreboard button is on keyboard and mouse. Caps lock. Shift is play. I don't know, I'll use my controller to get rid of it. It's gonna fuck up my stats, but whatever. First thing we always want to look at is kickoffs, and I'm gonna slow this down to like 25%. So this is a double kickoff, one on each end and one on each end there. Most people go left go, so Flavor should go. And then you should see In Some Trouble go on their respective side. So it's a cross-off kickoff. Whether or not the other two people go really is all based off what they're up against and things like that. We've already established that In Some Trouble is a GC. And we have no idea what Flavored Perks is. So in a situation like that, where you have a guy who you really don't know going up against a GC, who could potentially speed flip or do something else, you should assume, just off the base first kickoff of the game, that the ball is either going to go up one of the sides and they're going to be even, or your teammate's going to get 110% destroyed. Now, if the GC goes for a speed kickoff and your teammate goes for a slow kickoff, your teammate can win that. But you shouldn't be worried about the possibilities of winning a kickoff, because if the kickoff gets won over into their corner or anything like that, that's basically their ball control. You get your boost, you get into a position and all of that, and then you know, continue on playing. You don't worry about any of that. But in a situation like this, I wouldn't be surprised if Dante went with Flavored because they're up against the GC and an unknown. It's fine for two people to go for these kickoffs. And I know people get mad when people double on these kickoffs, but if In Some Trouble goes and Flavored Perk goes and the ball's going to get pinched to the right, if this teammate here, Dante, is there and the ball goes to the side, Dante can get control and make a play. So I need to get out of fly cam. I think this is a pretty good I go auto fuck. Auto cam is not the option there. Now I gotta find an angle that actually makes sense to people. It's not the best angle, but you're gonna be annoying, aren't you? Because if I accidentally click up in chat or anything, it's going to fuck up everything. Get a nice kickoff angle. There we go. Now everything that I'm about to say isn't necessarily the end all be all. Things could change. So even if I go into director camera, it's just gonna reset that shit on somebody, huh? Rocket League, implement another fucking camera mode that doesn't just take your camera from where the fuck you're sitting at. What if I'm trying to record, you know, a video or some shit? And when I switch over, you know, bam, it's just gonna take it to wherever the fuck it wants to go. That's annoying. I'll do it this way. There. Now I'm on the wrong side. God damn it. I got to be clicked on the game to move, which is gonna change that shit. It's just so fucking annoying how they haven't updated their goddamn replay system. Even their follow cam and ball cam and all that other shit's kinda shitty. This is a better angle. I'll have to do things the hard way and go about doing it like that. That's fine. Make sure it's a color that'll actually record, because if I use black, you're not going to see it. Alright. So, we determined that in some trouble was the GC. Let me highlight him in yellow. Here's your GC. And this is the beginning of a match. And here's going to be the counterpart who's doing our particular kickoff. I actually think Flavor might have been a GC here. I don't remember. This particular kickoff, there's something important to know about it. Everything is offset except for the goalies. If you go in and you get a very good kickoff here, I'll show it in blue. All kickoff and roads, I'll show in blue. He gets a very good kickoff, flips in, and comes around and hits the ball here. Or even here. Anywhere there. And gets it before he does. It's going to either shoot off somewhere in this particular area. And if that goalie decides to go get boost, well, he should go this way to get boost if he's going to get boost. If he decides to get boost, or move, or cheat up, or do something crazy, it's probably going to go in, because he's not going to be ready for it. Everybody's ready for a kickoff when two cars collide, but nobody's ready really for the kickoff that when one person misses and it rolls into the other side, and you see those goals all the time, which is why practicing kickoff is very good. Beating somebody in this case and winning a kickoff and it go over here or anywhere over here, I mean, it's good for, you know, quick pressure plays and all of that, but it's not as good as just sending it straight into their goal uncontested. Like I said, as these two, I need more colors. Why is blue the only color that's out there? I can't use green. I should be able to use red. I'm gonna double check and see if red actually shows up. It does, but not very well. You fuck. Because I clicked back into the fucking game. If I alt tab out of it and back into it, does it change? It does not change. Gotcha. I have to alt tab, because that's annoying. I did not hit shift. Fuck off with that. Oh, that's gonna be a pain to line back up. Actually, I need to go higher. I'm not hitting shift. Why are you doing this? One. We'll just start over. We got one. And we got two. Reset this back up. That guy and that guy's against each other. Alright. Now, as I was stating, if they go in at the same time, then you have the ball coming up, and I don't need blue. We want to show the path lines with blue. This guy comes here. This guy comes here. Let me just draw all of this out real quick. And then we can just explain it as it's going on, because it's not letting me add colors in like it's supposed to. There we go. At least I can switch on the fly now. Alright, cool. So the two yellow circles are the two contenders against each other. These is the first, or the fastest kickoff that they can go for, is just straight in to the side, straight into the side, being the blue lines. The red lines are where the ball could roll to. If they both hit the ball evenly, it's either going to be a win up this line, or it's going to be a win up this line, if they hit the ball evenly. So knowing that, whether or not he's going to be faster and he's going to get it to go that way, or he's going to be faster and the ball's going to go that way. Being the second man, you can actually cover what's going on, and being the third man, you can cover what's going on. Generally, what happens here is the guy that's out will go back and get boost, and then continue up the wall and try to make a shot. As will he go back to wherever his boost is right here. And then my chat's in the way. Will this show up? Continue up to get the ball. Will this write over chat? I need to know this. Back to Discord. It does write over chat. Oh, that's amazing. To get the ball. When it comes to speed, agility, and high-level plays and things like that, going back and getting boost at this time right here, you're missing a golden opportunity. And generally, the goalie will either stay in goal, or they will go behind this guy and grab boost. Stay in goal, or go behind the particular guy that's on kickoff and grab the boost in the corner. In this particular setup, there are a couple of things that you need to worry about, and different setups work for different people. If it's the first kickoff of the game, then you should play it safe. And I can use pink. I guess pink would be a nice safe play. The safe play for me, which I always take, is to go along this particular pink line and cover a goal. Same as with this guy, is to go along the pink line, which kind of looks red at a distance to me. Woohoo! And play it safe. What's generally the safe for the person in the corner to go for is just to go back and get boost, and then turn back towards goal, and see what's going on. Again, For this guy, he would be going back, getting boost, and then turning back towards goal, not up the wall. But I can't draw a line specifically, like right. I guess I could. It's gonna look a little funny. But from that boost, turning back towards goal, and then backing them up. Us having, or them having a GC against our regular guy, if he fucks up and loses this kickoff, us being safe, him turning back towards goal, he can always, after he grabs boost, make the action as he's turning back to go up wall and turn back in and go to the green path. Just like this guy, as he's going back along the safe line here. If he turns back towards goal, he can stop, turn back around, and go up towards the green line whenever he wants. As he's getting to that boost, the ball should already be in motion. So you can make that split decision as you're going back for boost or not. Now, if I can get another color to work, we'll go with gold because I don't have a huge amount of colors. The more risky path. If he goes over here and he wins this kickoff, and I'm going to say this now so there isn't any type of confusion later on this particular kickoff rotation, this guy who is on this side is going to challenge this kickoff. So he has the rights to this boost over on this side. None of these guys here should go for that boost on this side. If this guy wants to cheat up, there are boost pads and everything that he can go for, etc., and they can make a play. Or he can go back and grab this boost pad here. This is why me should go to this left boost pad. And if this guy decides he wants to fake and allow the ball to pass through, he should intercept it here and try to make a play out of it, which gives this guy time to make a play and get up and help and assist him, or allow me to get boost pads on the way up or go and grab boost or whatever play that we decide to set up. This is why this basic, boost rotation is so important. Let me delete all of this because it's just a bunch of lines on top of each other at this point. Actually, I have a clear all button. I also have, nope. They got rid of the free line feature. There used to be a free line feature, but I guess they took that shit out. Okay, that's cool. So boost wise, this guy has the rights to this specific boost here. This guy, which being me, has the rights to that boost over there. And this guy has the rights to that boost there. Those are the boosts that you have in this particular situation, and this stays the same for every kickoff. Whoever's on the rightmost side goes for the right boost. Whoever's on kickoff gets the across boost, and whoever's on the left side will go for the left boost. If this guy says, I'm going to fake, he should not do what most people do and fake back and flip backwards and grab this boost and then try to control the ball with full boost. At that point, you're going to be going in a backwards type of motion, and the ball is going to be blasted towards you. The only thing you can really do is pop it up. It's probably going to hit ceiling or some shit, and you're going to try to make a scuff play. If this person sees what you're doing and they say, okay, I see what's going on, you're going to cover and make sure that the ball doesn't just necessarily, the fake doesn't fail, essentially. And give it a little bit, but you're also going to start making your way over towards that back boost. When this person fakes, he should actually fake and go upwards to this particular boost right here off of a fake. And just completely get the fuck out of the way, let the goalie come in behind, grab the boost, control the ball, and now you got a guy that is upfield, anywhere upfield, that can assist you in making a particular play. This is only one variance of the rotation. So you have a guy upfield that the goalie who gets the ball can take it up, walk, and go for an air dribble or whatever the hell he wants to do. It gives him all of that. He can dribble all the way down the field left, across to the other teammate. He can use this teammate, all of that. Or this teammate can go back if you up and you just need a defensive but yet assaultive play at the same time. There's different plays that you can make from that. Again, this is just variation 1. I'll try to leave that up in the top. What the fuck is that? Variation 1. This guy acts like he's faking in. I mean, he can act like he's going for it, turn off, and then go for boost. And go up the wall and get ready for your touch. Or he can fake immediately from the start, if he's ballsy, and go for this and let the goalie handle, if it's going to be just a direct shot, he can fake off, go for boost. This will be hit towards the goalie. The goalie will be in position because, again, you're going to wait to see what happens. And then hit the ball out this way or pass the ball to this other teammate. Or if it goes up the wall or some shit, your teammate can grab it. Anybody can grab that. You have plenty of time, and you have basically a half a field to make a play with it. So you don't have to be extremely speedy. You just need to be, not dumb. But variant 1, he fakes and either grabs a boost pad. He can push up to there. He can push whatever. He can use whatever boost pads he has, but he essentially wants to fake it. And as the ball gets pushed over into this corner, this way, over this way, the goalie wants to wait, and then he wants to pick this ball up. From there, he can make a play with this guy that's up, or this guy that is going to go back and turn back around, can either cover goal for any misplays, or can turn back around, follow you, can go back this way to be somebody up there, whatever. Bear in mind that you need to watch your teammates' locations and positionings and what they're doing as they're going for kickoff. Because if this guy says specifically faking before he goes for kickoff, there's different fakes. There's the fake where they reverse back and grab boost. There's the fake where they go all the way up and then they turn at the last second and grab that boost. There's a fake to where they will go in and then turn back in to get control of ball midfield and pass it to their teammate who should be ready to receive. There's fakes where they stop and the ball goes straight to them and then they bump it up for another teammate to go, or some type will try to air dribble off of that with like 30 boost. Damn, it's cold. Definitely should be popping that up for your goalie or your other teammate to take, by the way, not trying to play that out yourself, but some people do. If you got the skill set for it, by all means. If you don't, pass that shit. The whole point of a fake is to give you that. I mean, from that, you're going to have essentially a full field of control from there to there. And worst case scenario, you'll have one person behind you. They've already committed and hit the ball, so they're going to be keeping this forward momentum. So the only person that's going to be pressured if they stay is this guy over here. Which is why, again, once that dings off of his car, he either needs to follow it for an air dribble or play or something like that, or he needs to ding it somewhere, within that half field worth of clearance you have that another teammate can get to it. Now, I don't think any of this happens that I'm talking about right now, but this is just some of the setups that you can use for kickoff that a lot of people don't realize. Second setup is, remember, again, if this ball goes here, this ball goes here, and they meet in the even, it's either going to go this way or it's going to go that way. Again, this guy has the right to that boost. But What you can do, and this is why these boost pads are here, by the way, that nobody ever pay attention to. If this guy cuts up here and catches that ball as it's going across, or if he's just not very confident, he can literally head out and try to catch it here. Don't touch the boost, or he can grab some boost pads, or he can go around and make a touch out like that. Do not grab the boost pod. Do not touch that. This is still his. That is his. Regardless of whatever play you want to make as the second man, that shit is still his. If you're the dingus that goes for that off the side because the ball went that way, you are 110% wrong. Because what's going to happen is, if you go up as this man, and I'm talking about this man, and you go up and you grab this boost at this particular angle while the ball is going across at this particular angle, one, you're not going to be able to follow the ball as it goes up with this curve and then bows out here. You're going to be too far up. You're not going to be able to get that angle and maintain control of the ball. You're going to go up, you're going to either have to pass it backwards, or you're going to get a dumbass touch that ruins it for your team. The person that's going to have to cover you because of a dumbass touch is going to be the guy who you just boost starve. And if he used up the majority of his boost going across and getting this 50, he's going to be stuck like somewhere in this area. And he's going to be heading this way. And as he gets to about here, you're going to boost through, steal his boost, and then go up for this ball that you don't have an angle on. And if you go and you grab boost pads and then you go up for the angle and steal the boost, you're even worse, because you should have enough boost and enough speed to get to the ball anyway. But I mean, using all of that boost and going from here to here doesn't even make sense, because you know the ball's going to go up and it's gonna, it's probably not going to be that high. But no, it'll probably be out there, because there's the ceiling right there. So, it'll probably go up out there. It's easier for you to just jump up and go for that ball at that point. If you're going to go and steal his boost and go up like that, why not just pre-jump your ass, grab a couple of boosts? Well, probably like that one's the only one you can reasonably go for. And then just pre-jump your ass up there to where you know the ball's going to end up at that point. Because the only thing you're doing is fucking up everybody's plans. If you go for this boost and you can't control this ball, this guy has no boost at all. And now he's under you, double committing because he's looking for boost. What do most people do who are boost starved? By a teammate, they immediately turn and then they'll go for this corner ass boost here. That's bad. You have the ball, you're already up, and you're making a mistouch, which is subtracting one person from the actual play. So now it's a 2v3, 1 and 2 v3 situation. And not only is it a 2v3 situation, you've now given them 3/4 of the field, all the way up to about here and back. 3/4 of the field worth of just open space for them to make any type of play. It's a 2v2 situation, so only 2 of them need to make the actual play. The third man can come up and get a demo or do whatever the hell he needs to do. Or he can stay back and, defend goal, do whatever, they want, basically. They have 3/4 of the field to do anything with. You're down, and you've already committed and done some dumb shit, so they're just going to ignore you and push in. This is where passing plays come effective, and knowing your rotations and positionings comes effective. Because what's going to happen now, as this guy gets back, he's going to see that you're fucking up the ball and they're pushing. You got 2 things that happen. Generally what happens is the goalie goes out to assist. And then this person grabs the boost and then turns back and goes out to assist. It's a problem because now you got two people out, nobody covering goal, and they still have the 3/4. Well, they have about half a map now, but they still have 3/4 because now they have your back half that they can play with. And you guys are in only 1/4 of the field together, challenging the same ball. And this is why one person that has a fucked up rotation can ruin diamond rotation. That's simple. Just that simple. Fucking up rotation will destroy especially diamonds and sometimes champs and shit when it comes to play. Because that's the only thing they know. This guy stole my boost, I need to get boost, and I need to get back to my position. And them trying to catch back up in rotation, this guy's already gone. So if this guy goes and the ball gets hit over him, that's two of you guys gone. And then the last guy who's already out of position has to deal with three contenders and he's out of position, which ends up being a gold drop. And you will see that in low level lobbies all the time. People dropping goals because their goals being empty. So there are two things that can happen here. Goalie, being the back man, has to say, no, I'm not going to help. You go back at kickoff, and then from there, you just kind of update your position in this particular place to where you can control or save a ball if need be. Will you be put up against a 1v3 situation or something similar? Probably, but at least there's somebody there that could potentially save that goddamn ball if something happens. And you let your boy panic, get boost stolen here, go for this boost, turn around, and then challenge that. If he gets a good challenge, fun, but the only thing you're looking for is for him to make whoever's going for this ball throw the ball away so the goalie can pick this up and go. These are basic defensive skills that most Rocket League players are missing and don't understand, and they get mad at their teammates for that shit. Low-level rotations dictates the back man stays back, and the guy that's frantically looking for boost, grab boost, continue his speed, and go. Especially if the goalie is slow. The goalie being slow and not making any actions here is also a problem. As soon as that guy steals that other guy's boost and goes up the wall for something, goalie should already be making moves and making plans. But what you see in low-level lobbies is this guy will steal this guy's boost, this guy will go back, this guy will go up the wall and make a mistake, and then the goalie will be like, oh, I need to do something. By this time, all three of them have made movements to go for the ball. It's too late. What's the point in going up then? Now, an ideal scenario would be for, well, I'll go over that in a minute. So as the back man, the goalie, you need to assume the role and remain the back man. Don't follow the diamond ass rotation and go out because your partner who's panicking, trying to get boost, who's also pissed off, is probably going to grab that shit and go. Worst case scenario, he'll do a smart thing and he'll stay back in goal and for a defensive, and now you know both of you can make a defensive play. So you know, you as a goalie, you have a defender back, you can now go and challenge. But you know what you need to do. You need to get that ball out of that guy's hand and into your teammates' hands. And you need to make it as simple as possible. So you can fake, you can challenge, you can do whatever you need to do to get that person to throw that ball to your teammate to get an easy save. Because I guarantee you, your teammate that's up in the air is probably going to land and then try to get a bumper demo on one of them like a dumbass, instead of just going around opposite posts, rotation, and covering the play that you two are making. Or if your guy is getting a save, passing it back to the guy that made the mistake and making a breakaway play. Because you are always part of the play. So when it comes to things like that, again, that's just one variant of everything. So that would be one. The back man stays back man. This guy comes back, grabs boost, and then goes, trying to make them throw the ball and all of that. That's the end of that. Now we'll do the same situation and we'll call this 1.1. And, well, let's say low level, mid level, and high level. Low level is, well, like bronze all the way up to, let's say, diamond 3 / champ 1. Middle is like champ 1 all the way up to GC1, beginning GC1. High is GC2, GC3, and SSO, with a little bit of slack in between the two. I mean, I guess technically GC1s are still considered high level, but their essence is all speed, which is why I don't consider them in the high level bracket. GC1s are just as shitty as fuck as Champ 3s, if not worse. They're just faster. Anyway, 1.1. So if you're a low level, chill. Let your fucking low level chasing buddy go back, get boost, go back up, and then re-challenge shit and do what you need to do. Again, the lower the level you are, the more defensive you're going to have to play because your teammates they aren't there yet, They're going to be bad. They're going to make a lot of decisions that are wrong. They're going to whiff a lot of touches, things like that. So just keep that in mind. Middle level rotations to beginning high level rotations. As this guy goes up and steals the boost, which shouldn't happen anyway, and misses and fucks this up, and basically takes himself out of the equation. So he no longer exists. This guy who got boost stolen is going to head back, grab boost, and then come around, and he's going to play back man. As the goalie sees that this guy gets boost stolen and starts heading back, the goalie is then going to take an offensive stance and try to make a play. As this guy recovers and becomes useful to the play again, he's going to have to make the executive decision looking at his teammates' rotations to see whether or not the other team's going to get possession of the ball and this guy's not going to make it there, or whether or not he needs to get back, grab boost and become the new back man to allow this guy to go up and cover the goalie. All of this should happen seamless, mind you. Boom, boost stolen. He's up, he goes back, bam, he makes the decision to go up, he's landing, he's interrupting the team as he goes by in rotation. This guy's going to go up as he's going back, and it's going to be one seamless play. You got two guys up, one guy's a back man, you guys are making offensive plays, you turn, a bad situation into a semi-good rotation and situation. That's your mid-level rotation. Now, as the goalie, or the previous back man, that's going to be the second man now in this situation. Don't just jump into the fucking air and fly towards the goddamn ball that's in the sky. Don't waste all of your fucking boost doing that shit. I hate that when I see my goalie jump from halfway across the field all the way to a position like that. When, if you stayed on the ground, you had anything this way boost pads, you had anything this way boost pads, or even if you cut it short, those boost pads to get anywhere to where you wanted to go. Hell, if this boost pads spawn, which it should be by now, you can grab boost pads there, challenge, do whatever you need to from here, fall down, grab boost, and then continuously pressure. Terrible drawing, I know. But the ones that have 100 boost and jump from there to there, you're a fucking idiot. Keep your wheels on the goddamn ground, because the moment your wheels leave the ground, whether it's a front flip, side flips ain't as bad, but a side flip, cross flip, whatever you want to call it, or aerial, that momentary that your car is in the air, there is nothing you can do about any type of plays or ball movement in between their particular team. They will bypass you, they will destroy you, they will do anything possible to get that ball around you. And if you happen to jump as they're making that passing play, it's right in front or right around you and in your goal because you're in the air stuck and they're making plays. Jumping early is what most middle level, low, middle, and the beginning of high level Rocket League players do that cost them goals. Just pre-jumping things that they don't need to pre-jump. But this is like middle level rotations. Middle level rotations again. This guy went for kickoff. This guy decided he wanted to be the front man and make a play. Him becoming front man and cutting the front man that was already there. Number one. So number one, number two, and number three. Back man, second man, and then the assaulting man or the first man. First man goes, makes a play, and continues on. He decides he wants to be first man. Goes up here. He makes this guy a third man, essentially, but out of position. Is what it comes down to. This guy has to go all the way back, get boost, and get the goal, while this guy has to wait for him to get safely, back some before he can actually go for that. Because if you go for it early and you get beat and the ball goes into the goal before this guy can get back, that's the end of that. And you're always updating positions. Well, I guess this is mid-level, so that's just the rotation. So there's 1.1. 1.2 is going to be upper middle rotation. Well, we'll say lower high level rotation / upper middle rotation. It's not high level rotation, but it's not middle level rotation. So what's going to happen here from the start is generally this guy's going to push forward, go for the kickoff, grab boost. We're going to go off the same situation. This should not happen, by the way. But if it does happen, this guy is going to go get a kickoff, go there. If this guy decides he wants to push up and grab that because he sees an opportunity, and he gets a fucked up touch, as he's getting this fucked up touch up there, this guy is going to be looking for it. This guy on kickoff is probably going to back up and grab boost, and then he's going to go and, cover the little area that he needs to cover, and as the ball starts going this way, pick up boost pads. Any boost pads along the way to continue a play. Very first kickoff, by the way. Later on, when you know shit's safe, you can go for a corner boost over there and then make your play over there. But the thing is, if your teammate wins and both of them end up double committing towards that particular ball, well, double committing boost is the more important thing with the ball. Double commit that boost, and you're over here in this corner. You've become useless to this whole situation. Is why I generally advocate that you sit in goal and then you update your positioning that way. Or if the ball goes past them, you can easily update your position and go that way. You being the back man have to make sure you cover all avenues. If they both double commit over here, you have to be able to get to this side of worst case scenario. Or you need to be able to go this way, worst case scenario. Or you need to be able to provide whatever cover you need to, that way or that way. You need to be able to go every single way. And again, if you go over to this boost, you want to turn back towards goal as opposed to continuing up, unless you see that one of them are heading back towards goal. But again, remember, in low-level lobbies and things like that, sometimes even lower upper lobbies. They go and grab boost and then they push up behind you. Then you have one guy sitting in no man's land. You've already went back through and done that. You're sitting here. And then your third man or whatever is pushing the ball and doing whatever the fuck, they're fucking doing at the moment. If they're not useless, they're probably trying to make a play or something like that. This is generally what happens. The ball gets passed, nobody's up for it. The ball gets sniped right down the middle and goes in and scores in your goal. This is how these situations happen because nobody wants to play the back man anymore and nobody updates their positioning. Diamond rotation dictates that, this guy goes over, gets boost and goes up. This guy gets boost and goes up. And this guy goes and gets boost and goes up. And as one guy hits, he returns and the other two push up. He makes a touch. He returns. The other guy pushes up. The other guy gets behind him. And it's just like one gigantic ass fuck all circle. Diamond rotation is super obsolete. It only works when you're in low levels because there's generally no super fast hits across, no goal snipes, no anything, crazy like that. Which is why when you're in Diamond, everybody says you should be able to hit those banger shots and you should be getting power shots and working. Hell, you should be working on power shots the beginning of, or the end of gold and all through platinum. You should have wave dashes and power shots in your mind come platinum. Platinum is now the new standard for learning a basic set of mechanics. And to be fair, it makes sense. Bronze, you learn how to drive your car. Silver, you learn the flips and, the car control and all of that that you need to actually, at least try and get the ball into the goal. Gold is where you should start learning the beginning of aerials. You should have your car controlled down and be able to maneuver the ball. And you should be able to jump, touch the ball, and the ball should go into goal. Platinum, once you went through gold and you've mastered the, fast aerials and things like that, plat is where the mechanics and you should start to go up, where you should be defining what you want to go for, what you're good with. Plat's where you should learn most of the dribbling, the introductions to dribbling and things like that. You should learn half flips, you should learn wave dashes, you should learn, all the bases of what you want to do. Hell, you should even towards the end of plat be dabbling in air dribbles. Because in gold, you learned how to jump up, fly to the ball, and touch it. You should have a whole lot more aerial control and things like that. Now, this changes between console and PC, because PC has more things available to them to which they can train. So PC should be naturally at a higher level. It's not a brag type thing with all the workshop maps and custom trainings and the community base that supports PC. PC should definitely be higher than any type of console. It just is what it is. Especially because there's launchers and things like that that allow PC on Epic, the free users, to go in and do the thing so they don't have to buy the game. Which is kind of sad. Yeah, Epic owns Rocket League. It makes sense for them to have their own launcher and all of that and enjoy the game and all of that, yes. But it's also like, they're free to play. They didn't pay for shit. Having workshop maps and things like that, and happen to buy the game on Steam when it was available made sense. I know you can't buy Rocket League anymore on Steam and it's unfair for Epic, but I wish there was some sort of gateway. Like they added it into Epic Rocket League to where, hey, if you paid for this additional pack that costed like $5 or something, you could get custom maps. But if they did that, they would have to make it available to the general public as well. And I know they don't want to put forth that type of effort. I understand why they didn't do it, but it's kind of like, I paid for my Rocket League and the only thing that I got from it is legacy items, which were just copied of regular items and all of that. It was very shitty. And then an estimated or an existing since whatever tag. Very dumb. Very first season, they gave you, well, even before that, they gave you the beta nuggets and things like that. But season one, they gave you a fucking crown for the very first season of Rocket League. Then they went free to play and all of that, and all we got was a legacy title and legacy vehicles. It's like, what the fuck is that shit? Give us something that sticks out that says, hey, I bought the fucking game. You know, I've been playing this game for fucking ever. I purchased it. Give us something more than just fucking bullshit ass legacy. And then throw us something every once in a while that says if you're a legacy user, you know, maybe once a year, a specific legacy item for continuing your patronage and all of that for Rocket League. Design us something that we can use, you know, that's worthwhile. Hell, offer a free Rocket Pass or some shit for like a month or something, you know. They give us something for just maintaining, you know, our status quo for playing the goddamn game. Mm. Anyway, PC should inherently be better. Higher frame rates. There's a higher frame rates, faster, you know, processing and all of that. Workshop maps used to be training packs. Now everybody can play training packs, but the ability to find training packs is a lot easier as well. Granted, most people have a computer or a phone or something like that nowadays, but it's easier to just go there, copy and paste into your PC and go, than to have to look that shit up and type that shit with the controller. Or if you have a keyboard plugged in like that, you know, just kind of accessibility and things like that. It makes it easier to train. And then there's obstacle courses and shit like that. So yeah, when it comes to PC people should start getting their mechanics together when they're in Platinum. Platinum is where you can develop a lot of skill sets and see what you're good at and what you're not good at, whether you're going to be more of a dribbler, more of an aerial, more of a balanced, you know, freestyler, wherever you decide you want to go and what mechanics you want to learn. Platinum should start defining that. Then Diamond comes, and you're basically putting that shit to the test. It's kind of like a final exam. You should be able to dribble the ball on top of your hood for 30 seconds in Diamond. With boost, you know, fun, doesn't matter. Without, whatever. But you should be able to dribble the ball on top of your hood for like 30 seconds in Diamond. If you can't, then, you know, you're missing crucial ball control to help you if you get the champ and things like that. You should be able to do, by the end of Diamond, of course, you should be able to do your basic air dribbles, you know. You should be able to do a basic ceiling shot. I'm not saying you need to be consistent and hit it every time, but you should have scored, you know, a couple of ceiling shots in free play, you know what I'm saying? You should know you have the ability to do those and have the car control to go up and get those particular launches and all of that. Now, you might be shit doing them, and it might look awkward as fuck as you're doing them, but you should still be able to do them, or at least get close enough. And there's a whole bunch of other mechanics and things like that that I'm not going to go over right now that you should, by nature, know how to do. Again, when you get to that Diamond 3 Purgatory, it's like a final test. If you pass the final test, which I mean, again, it takes like 4 or 5 match winnings, so it's like 5 different tests that you do against a slew of other people that are trying to rank up and other people that have passed the test that are trying to maintain their rank and all of that. The gatekeepers, mind you. If you pass the test, you go up to champ. If you don't pass the test, you can try as many times as possible, as long as you don't fall back out of the qualifications or lose your rank and go down below Diamond 3, Div 3. So getting through 3, Division 3, Division 4, and Champ, or up to Champ 1 is your test. And a lot of people hit that purgatory and they get stuck. And as they get stuck, they play more and play more and play more and play more because generally diamonds think they have it all. They have the speed, the positioning, the rotation, the game sense, and everything else that is specifically necessary. Diamonds think they have it all. They think they should be champ when necessarily they don't because they make, the dumb ass decisions that they generally make. And until you actually have it, you push through. Now, what pisses me off is when somebody gets that shit and don't deserve it. They get two friends that are, higher champ and they get them to push them through champ or push them through the champ 1 by themselves. And then they hang in champ 1 with undeveloped skills and all of that. And they barely hang in there. And they're like, see, I deserve to be here. And it's like, no, you actually just lost precious experience going through that purgatory. It's not whether or not you deserve to be there or not. There's a lot of people that are in Diamond 3 that deserve to be champ 1. It's if you have the, wherewithal, you have the adaptability and all of that to continuously play and put forth the effort to rank up and get through that particular gap. If you do it by yourself, you're going to be feeling a lot better than the people that get champ 1 and somehow manage to maintain that shit. Because again, once you get past Diamond 3, the difficulty actually goes down. Nobody's frustrated and ball chasing and throwing games and quitting early and things like that anymore. They're no longer pissed off. So people give you more room and they focus on other things because they continuously scale after that. So most of the training and all of that you're going to get is actually in that purgatory. And if you skip it, you're missing valuable experience to level up. And it's a shame when that happens to somebody because you see people that get up to like the end of Champ 1 or Champ 2. You get into a ranked match with them and you're like, what the fuck are you doing, guy? It's like you're doing some dumb shit like they do still back in Diamond and people make fun of you and shit and call you a diamond and all this other shit. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm Champ 2. Or you go to a casual match and people make fun of you and call you a diamond because you still have those diamond tendencies. Because you ain't fully matured. You were put into an environment before you were ready for it. Playing in that other environment, I mean, you're going to eventually catch on to their tricks and all of that, but you're missing the experience to back up your specific game style. Which is why you shouldn't do shit like that. And skip by and let your friends push you up. Like the guys' accounts that say they're, supersonic legends and Grand Champion 3 tournament winners. GC3 tournament winners. And you look at their stats, and their stats say they're still Champ 1 and Champ 2, and you just sit there shaking your head because they don't deserve that title, and they'll never be able to live up to that title. And if you try and say something to them, because they know they don't deserve the title, their ego gets hurt easily, and then they push back at you. Well, look, I got a fucking GC tournament winner title. What the fuck do you know, you fucking lowly champ? When they know they're just a lowly champ. That's them speaking out of their ego and basically sharing their pain with you. And it's just a sad thing that happens. Somebody who wears a title that they don't belong in the title. Newsflash for you, most GCs that actually belong in the goddamn title don't wear their titles. You want to know the people that wear their titles are the people that suck absolute fucking horse at the game and don't belong in that particular rank, or they're SSLs that are embarrassed And they throw on a GC title because they know they can play that at least consistently. But their SSL, they wouldn't dare throw on a title like that because they know what it implies. I have ran into a few like that, and I checked their stats off screen, and they've been SSLs, but they wear a GC title because they know SSL's hard as shit to go through. Just making SSL doesn't make you specifically an SSL, because there is a huge skill gap in between average Joe SSL, medium level SSL, higher level SSL, and then pro level SSL. There's huge skill gap between regular all the way up to that, and then there's like double the gap from high to pro. So it's like kind of crazy. They're kind of at the point to where they should just have SSL be a thing, make a cutoff for it, and throw in another rank that goes beyond SSL to pull the masters of the game to like the pros and content creators so they can have their own rank. Or just have like an SSL ultra rank or something that's like a blue symbol instead of the white symbol. Just a nice ass like fucking Sonic blue. Yeah, basically make it look like Sonic, but make it like an SSL with a little diamond and all of that in it. And just make it like the ultra rank for pros and higher level content creators that just scales indefinitely, you know? Once you get up there, you're part of the super VIP Master of Rocket League type shit, you know what I'm saying? And then just set a level for that. I mean, have, you know, I don't know, the top 100 people or some shit be part of this specific, you know, elite club. That's completely separate from everything else, you know? There are a couple of games that do that, where the top 100 get additional benefits, whereas anybody that's not in that get regular benefits, being SSL. And that would at least motivate some people at least go higher. Would be nice for a more comprehensive rank system and add like the ultra ranks to everything that's, you know, obviously above Diamond, because Diamond is where the casual killer is. So have like Champ Ultra, GC Ultra, and an SSL Ultra. And the top players in those particular ranks get some sort of recognition. You can call them the gatekeepers for the next rank, and then have just the elites be at the top of everything, the top of SSL. The Hall of, I don't know, Rocketeers or some shit. You know, something that at least shows and lets people have some sort of pride for whatever rank they're in. Top 10 champs, top 10 SSLs, top 10 GCs. Well, top 100 in the game is what the top. It wouldn't be a top 10 SSL. It would be a top 100 in the game. I don't know. I've gotten majorly off topic and I forgot what I was talking about. So I'm going to speed this up ever so slightly because I always spend like 2 hours on Kickoff, and that's why I had to cancel my other series. Let's speed this up along. So here, if both of them go for this specific boost, this guy, instead of immediately heading back for this corner and getting boost, or not this guy, because he's the one that steals the boost. If he goes up, steals boost, and goes for ball, what immediately needs to happen is the goalie needs to go up, grab boost pad. Generally, he will probably pick up this boost pad, but it's not really relevant. If he does turn, go ahead and grab that boost pad. If he doesn't, all you need to do is update your position. If it looks like he's gonna get a hit down to the side or anything like that to where they can make a counterattack, you need to update your positioning and head this way. If he's struggling and looks like he needs help because he can't get to the fucking ball like usual, you need to go this way. If he goes up, whiffs the ball completely, and there's another challenger, then obviously once you go from here, you want to update your positioning and either challenge it as he's going through if he tries the dribble, or you need to rotate back and get boost that way, or you need to just cut it off and rotate in like that. So you need to be able to cover all of these particular positions. And it's going to be real hard to cover all of those particular positions if from kickoff you go over here all the way to this boost and grab that. If you turn back from that and turn back towards goal, you can at least cover goal if things go wrong. If you make that mistake and use your recovery skills, if you turn back out towards field and then figure out you need to go back towards goal, you're doomed. You ain't gonna save that ball. Notice that if you go back towards goal, the only angle that you have is this frontward angle pointed towards your goal. But if you turn back and go up the wall, you have all of the angle across and all of the angle out to save goal or save the ball. But from kickoff, that's really what you need to decide upon. You can also do what I do, and I just chill back, grab boost, and then I cover goal in a defensive position back behind. And I let things happen. But this method right here is only open to you if these two don't somehow fuck up their kickoffs. This is only like 2A, let's say B for bad. All right, bad at the end. This is for a fucked up kickoff where this guy goes across and goes for boost, and this guy rudely goes in, takes boost, and takes control of the ball. Only for this particular situation, not on a regular kickoff. So he goes in, takes his boost and all of that, which forces this guy to go back. So you are now going to be the important back man who positions into second man. And you're going to have to play with this guy. Because I guarantee you, this guy is going to go up, take the boost, and either whiff the ball or he's going to hit the ball some dumbass way off the wall here or off the wall here or some other types of crazy shit. Or he'll go up, miss, and try to dribble the ball down and control it and take the ball this way. This is why you need to have a pretty comprehensive net around. Even if he hits the ball here and tries to double touch it here, you're going to be heading in that particular direction by the time he gets that done. And you can go and continue your path on across if you need to. In the middle, you can pick it up here, you can pick it up anywhere. I'm not showing anything beyond half court at the moment because there's a lot of angles that you can sit at, and we'll update it as the match continues on. My back's not hurting anymore, so I actually could play. Whole reason I wasn't playing because my back was hurting. It like hurt it lived my left arm and shit. So as they double commit and he heads back and he has control of the ball, you need to assist him. If he doesn't go for ball, you need to come in and do whatever you can before they can get to it. Or you need to cover him if he takes the ball, etc., etc. This guy just needs to go back and cover goal until you guys make a definite push and get definite or like positive ball control. Positive ball control is uncontested ball control to where the ball, not go back towards your goal. So there's no chance of the ball going into your goal or being shot at your goal. Positive ball control. You are in complete control of the ball. On the negative side of that, Any type of negative ball control is if a 50 can happen. Like if he's up there and a 50 can happen and it shoot back, that'll be negative ball control, where the ball can be shot into your net or go to any other type of opponent. But you are sure that it cannot happen regardless of the situation. Then you can stand to push up and start shadowing from a distance and all of that, and get ready for switching out with another teammate to make a more offensive rotation, as this guy. This guy's going to do whatever the hell he wants to do. He's either going to go up and embarrass himself. This guy's going to come in, take control, and he's going to continue to push forward for the play. So let's talk about this guy. If he gets ball control, he's going to continue to push forward, or he's going to dribble or something like that. If he doesn't get ball control and this guy right here, which is my character, comes in and gets ball control, he needs to go over and cover what's going to happen next. He needs to cover wall touch, he needs to cover across goal, or he needs to be able to cover anything that goes across like that. He is now second man in this equation. So he needs to use boost management and not use 100 boost right here, which would be weird if he used 100 boost. He should be able to land, grab boost pads, and continue the play. Why shouldn't this guy go up? Because this guy commits the atrocity of getting hit, or has the atrocity of his boost stolen. So he has to come back and grab boost. And in this case, since we're doing the better version of this, that particular guy who gets his boost stolen is going to look for any boost pads that he can get and head back. He's going to get back. All he needs is one boost pad to defend, mind you. So if he grabs any boost pad on his way back, then he's going to want to head back, grabbing any boost pads he can, and he's going to want to cover goal to make sure that the ball isn't, being shot on goal. Once that happens, he needs to grab boost pads and either defend, or if it's clear, he can continue on and grab that boost, or if it's clear and they're making a play, he can go back and grab that other corner boost. Too many lines on the screen. So this guy is going to go back. If he has time and the ball has positive ball control, he can grab that big boost and then come back and defend, and then shadow as they go up. If it's negative control, he needs to go ahead and get back as quick as possible, grabbing whatever boost pads you see available, and he needs to get ready for the next attack that's coming in. Then as he gets time, he can get that boost, or he can go over and get that boost, or he can grab boost pads if he's going back to cover. Because if this guy comes in and this guy has to come in and make a play, and this guy sits behind him like they commonly do, this guy might have to come up a little bit more just in case the ball gets pushed across to the other side. He has to be able to challenge that and slow them down so your other two teammates can get back, grab boost, do whatever they need, and challenge again. Unless the ball is in danger of being shot directly on your goal, you should not be sitting directly in goal, just sitting there doing nothing. If you are a plague to society, and you should be ashamed of yourself. No, but it's not the right thing to do. So let's see. I like to analyze kickoffs. So we play. Both goes off. He flips early. Way early. A proper kickoff, which you see, he flips downwards. He goes more for a speed flip. Not exactly a speed flip. This guy goes for a cross flip. If you're going to go for a... I have a dot on the screen. It's driving me crazy. Actually, you know what? If I'm going to have a dot on the screen, how's about I make myself a crosshair that I can point things out with? like that. There we go. So this guy is going for more of a cross flip. This guy is going for a more of a speed flip, but he's kind of failing his speed flip. But he did flip later on, which gives him more speed. However, he's in a flat car, so he has to get more speed. This guy flipped way too early. If he would have waited till he got around supersonic and flipped into a supersonic, he could have beat him easily in this kickoff. I don't know what's going to happen because I played this game a long time ago, but he could have gotten a lot more speed if he didn't flip immediately after, you know, he boosted and flipped. I mean, it's common to boost, flip over this boost, and then use all of your boost and flip at the end again. But going supersonic and taking just one flip, you know, will get you there and save you boost to where you can go across and contest any boost that you need to. This guy did it more properly. I don't know what's going to happen, so let's find out. This guy fucked up whatever type of speed flip he was going for, because you can see that his car's upwards, and he's trying to boost to compensate for it. This guy's car is pointed down, but again, he doesn't have a large amount of speed because he flipped early. So he's going to use all of the boost that he has to try and get speed now. They both land. This guy is already in the air, jumping again. He already had the win when it comes to speed. Well, he had the ability to get the win when it comes to speed. He fucked up his flip. So he's panicking and trying to get another flip out to get additional speed to catch up with that kickoff. You look at the circle. He's at the circle. My teammate is already a little bit ahead of the circle. Flat cars will flat car an Octane and destroy them 9 out of 10 times when it comes to kickoffs and things like that, if they know how to use their car properly. If he uses a flat car kickoff and uses the surface area of his car, he's going to destroy my teammate. Why? Because he's slower and he has more surface area to block. We go forward. He pre-jumped and then he turned his car sideways for whatever reason, losing even more speed on this kickoff. That's the GC from earlier that we talked about, by the way. My teammate kept it straight. We'll go down to 5% and let me get in there. As they get here, Octane hit perfectly. Not perfectly, he's kind of down a little bit. He should have been pointed more upwards to hit center of the ball, and he would have had the perfect kickoff there, despite being slower. This guy went for a flat car kickoff. Again, he flipped forward, and he's going to use the entire surface area to try to win. My teammate, being faster, is going to push the ball into this guy. If this guy finishes his particular flip and gets full surface contact, my teammate's going to get destroyed here. However, teammate didn't flip into it, which would pull his card down. At least he got the first touch before doing anything, which would have put his card down and gave him more time. Instead, he hit it perfect middle into his car. So this could go either way. Hits off his car. Bang. He hits it. Surface area of his car. My teammate still stays straight towards the upper or lower middle of the ball and doesn't falter. In this case, it bounces between them and my teammate basically wins this. If he would have flipped, he would have lost that, no doubt, and the ball would have just went shoo over in that corner. Because he's used to flat cars going against in kickoff, he kept his car straight. And when he flipped at the end and got that little bit of things, he turned his car to give him that winning area. If you flip forward, the only thing you're providing is forward force. So any left or right that the other opponent's car gives you is the way the ball is going to go. So he elected to force the ball over to the side. This guy is going for a cheat up. If you're going to cheat up, you don't need to cheat up that fast and you don't need to cheat that far up. Again, I like to sit back and cover all angles. If I would have been headed out this way to get boost, I would have had to immediately turn back and go back towards goal in order to even get close to picking up this save if that guy goes and hits that particular ball. This guy, again, flipped backwards and went to grab this boost. But as he lands, it looks like he's turning back towards goal. Since he turned back towards goal, he's going to get first precedence on the actual kickoff, because he'll probably be the one to save it if it goes over in this particular corner. Me being here, if the ball heads over to the other side, it's going to be on me. Cheating up like this is absolutely positively stupid because you're wasting all of your boost. He's literally just holding boost to try and get some speed, and then he's going to try to attack this as it's going in. If the ball doesn't sit somewhere where he can get a straight on shot into our goal and bypass the other defenders that are there, it's going to be an issue. We go through. The ball gets shot straight up. This guy is not in a very good angle to get a shot here. The best thing that he could do at this particular moment is, one, look at everything that's ahead. As you can see, I'm feeling a lot more bolder because I see that he can't really get a straight shot in the goal. And I know teammate ain't challenging this. I can see, without having to switch views, I can see, even if I have ball cam on, that other teammates not there challenging for that shit. It'd be more like an angle like this, but other teammates not there challenging that shit. He went back. Should probably get the bad off the screen, huh? We're way past the 1.2. Get rid of that. There we go. So now, what you essentially have is my teammates out of the running right now, their teammates out of the running right now. They got a teammate that's committing up. I had a teammate that's just back, and I got a teammate that's properly coming back to defend. Their teammate grabbed boost, and then for whatever reason, is acting like he's turning back towards goal. Just say he was acting like he was going to come up for that, but I guess he's seen his other teammate cheated up. I'm going to boost now, see what I can do. This teammate, again, is going to go for that boost. Their teammate's going to go for that boost. He should go back, and he should turn back. This is a proper start. He goes up. He's already committing to this. Right now, he's already committing to this. His wheels are off the ground and all of that. As you can see, he has no angle on our goal. No matter what he does, he's not going to have any type of angle. Only thing I need to do is watch what's going on. When this gets shot over there, I should be the one to intercept that. He's going to have boost and he should turn outwards for the next touch that I make. I should be watching this and I should get a touch on that. If it's over my head, this teammate who's coming back in the goal should be going in and either going in and setting up, or should be, look at the pink thing, not the, I forgot to switch it back. There we go. There. Look at the pink dot. He should be coming in and turning around to defend, or he should be going across to defend, or he can actually just stop there and then turn out. Either way, he has multiple things he can do. One saves momentum. If he goes in and turns around and goes out, he'll be able to keep his momentum. If he stops and then goes, it's not that big of a deal. The only thing that we don't want him to do is grab this boost and then immediately turn back out. Because if I'm committing, teammate's going for boost, and he turns back out, if this guy so happens to get a touch, we're going to be in trouble here. And it looks like he's not going to go back towards goal. Yeah. So Dante here is fucked up. They're holding a good rotation. He's heading back and across towards goal like he's supposed to. He's heading towards the boost like he's supposed to. He's challenging the ball. And even if my teammate wanted to do something, he couldn't. So he should just ignore it because the ball is going to be awkward for him. And if he turns back, there's going to be an issue here with me and him colliding. And now we have our third teammate overcommitting and is going to end up colliding. Dante is a very bad teammate. From the first 1 second, well, it's probably been like 15 seconds, but the first, well, 7 seconds of the match because I can see. But from the first second on the fucking clock, Dante has already made a fucking mistake turning back. Look how far he is from that ball. You got 2 other teammates that are there. Even if the ball goes over me and heads to that corner, if you would have just headed back to where you were supposed to be, you could easily turn around, or better yet, turn around and recapture that ball. Because he's here, it's going to cause a huge issue, and it's going to fuck up the rotation and the positionings of everybody. Flavor did what he's supposed to do. I'm covering up because I see the angle, and he's supposed to be coming back. So we go forward. He hits it. I'm waiting on it. Let's speed this up. He's not going to follow it because, well, he don't have boost to follow it, and I know he don't have boost to follow it. Now, here, when it comes to things like this, and I know a lot of people are thinking right now, well, you should have jumped here, Q, and you should have challenged it. No, because he's following this, and he's following it at an angle. If I jump there and I pre-jump like most dumbasses do, I'm going to push the ball back into his core. And then the ball is going to end up being pushed this way behind the teammate that's already on the wall. He's going to have to do some awkward ass shit. I'm going to have to fake back the goal. And then this guy who's already going to commit is going to be multiple commits. I need to keep my wheels on the ground here. Why? Because there's no possible way that he's going to score on our goal from there. 0% chance that he's scoring on our goal from there. Which means I shouldn't have to worry about touching this ball here. If anything, I should let him hit the ball past me and then take the ball up the wall and try to make a play. Or when he hits the ball past me, let teammate take it if I notice him there, and then rotate out and let them two make a play. This teammate here needs to hold his position or push up for the next touch. He can hold his position by going back and covering wall. Or when I touch it, he can go through and continue the play and we can make a play out of it. Or he can push forward some and it gets my touch off the wall if I elect to bang it that way and pick it up that way. And he should get ready for the next play and to remain the front man. Now I'm all fucked up. And remain front man. I'm second man, and as I should be, I should go for this because the ball is still not actively in anybody's control. Whoever's fastest and can get there first should be the person going for that. This guy should be back covering goal to see if we can get any type of pressure here. Or at least covering an angle so he can go up and assist if need be. We continue on. Ball gets hit down to me. Now, right there, as you can see, I fucked up and I went way too fucking far out. Again, when I seen that I was way too far out, I should have just faked it and caught it on the other end because this was not a fast ball by any means. But instead, I probably said fuck it and hit it over to the left to their other guy, to be honest with you. Their guy pushing up there and getting boost, he's ready for the next thing. Again, these guys on the corner need to stay up for whatever play is going to happen next and adjust their positioning afterwards. Cloud's still back there just in case something bad happens. He's there to defend. My teammate's not. Boop! Pops off him. Goes over towards in some trouble. Now, if my teammate would have been back in goal, instead of way the fuck over here, he could have easily gotten a line on this, because this guy is going to get that boost and then turn around, which is going to take time. If he would have already been there, he would have had basically full boost and the ability to challenge or do anything from that particular situation. Even if it went the corner, he would still be able to grab that before he'd even think about getting there. This teammate seems that things didn't go as planned, and he turned back. That's completely fine. He trusted me to get control of the ball and continue to make a play. It's kind of good that he went back here because our other teammate came up way too early. It gets sent across. This guy, instead of turning and covering goal for whatever the fuck could happen next, says fuck it and just cuts across, leaving him having to get back quick as shit. Guess what? This boost's gone because he just grabbed it. So he has to get back as quick as shit right now. So he's going to dump a lot of boost. I just challenged. It's going to take me a while to get back. Cloud's already on his way up, and some trouble's going to have the play. Be able to make a play off of this because he has ball control now. He's going to be there as sort of the pseudo backman and an assaultive play. And then this guy is going to just either head back or he's going to grab some boost pads and try to keep up with the play if it gets past to the other side. Goes up. This is where he inevitably makes his first mistake. Instead of grabbing this and following the angle of the ball and all of that, or even abandoning that boost, or turning, you know, he should be either turning back to get to his goal, or should be turning to assault. He goes all the way up the ball, dumps all of this boost, and then goes for a very fucked up touch like that. Lo and behold, what my teammate's doing, he pre-jumped the absolute fuck out of that for no reason. There was no huge amount of danger at this particular moment because this guy didn't go up and take the ball up the wall or try to do anything. He came through the side and just boosted. This teammate knows he's going to have to do some shit, so he grabs some boost pads and all of that to try to, you know, get ready for that. Me, as I came back, I bumped this guy, taking him out of the equation, because I know if this guy gets a pass off of this particular wall, my teammate's susceptible for any type of pass or shot that comes that way. I even the odds. This guy's passing. This guy's going to be the one that has to go early. He's in no man's land. He's too far back to actually be able to pick up any type of fast pass. This guy would be the next one to actually go and pass the ball back for this guy to score or the other guy to score. So I take this guy out of the equation temporarily. So this guy's out of the equation. This guy's out of the equation. The only person we got to worry about is Cloud at this particular moment. Ball goes across. Dante, you're a fucking idiot. Never speak to me or my family again. He passed it. He tried to get a touch. He just ended up destroying himself further. After he passed there, he should not go forward and try to attack that again. After that first touch, that was a super hard touch, by the way, he should have just rotated back behind Cloud or kept his position. You can keep your position, but I would recommend rotating back just in case somebody gets up there and does some sort of clear and sends it back this way. His guy's bumped. If he would have rotated back and let Cloud take his shot, even if Cloud would have missed, he would have been able to come in and repressure us. He's fucking up the rotation, and he fucked up the pass going in. He fucked up that play on that goal he could have had there. And now because he's double committed this particular ball, both of them are essentially one player now. This guy I bumped and took that out of the equation. So if Cloud doesn't get a miraculous goal here, they're going to be in trouble and we can get a counterplay. Dante kind of fucked us for pre-jumping that. If he would have gotten behind and did the shit like he would have, we wouldn't be in this position. But it's not all bad. If Dante uses good recovery skills and saves some boost, he can easily boost out behind them. And if Flavor gets the pass out, I can turn back in and get it on the right side. He can turn back in and get it on the left side, and that can be a breakaway play because they're almost triple committed. This guy's recovering, but if we're fast enough, we can get it past him. It goes high. Cloud goes for a shot. He realizes he can't get the shot, but he has to touch it because if he don't, we're going to fucking destroy his ass. And he, in some trouble, literally goes into our goal and then Squishy jumps out of it. Instead of going in our goal and Squishy jumping out of it, why not bump our defender and make it to where, you know, there's nobody to defend, really? I mean, Dante is there, but if he's making this shot and somehow gets it, and shot of his life here, instead of his teammate being there to potentially block that, his teammate could be down below, knocking my defender out of the way and all of that, and getting ready to either head back if his other teammate ain't heading back, or to re-challenge. This guy said, fucking, I'm going home, and goes all the way the fuck back to his side of the goal, or side of the field, to get boost. Why? Look at all these lit up boost pads that he could have gotten, and he could have stayed up to help them in any type of offensive situation. You know what I'm saying? Because even me being on the wall here, even if I got the clear of my life, it would take a while for it to go straight in the goal. It's most likely going to go across and bounce or some shit. Me going up for this should let them know that either I'm going to get it or it's going to hit off the top wall. Dante should be able to see the entire thing that's happening. I don't know why he's still coming back towards goal. If I'm going to clear this, he should have updated his position and turned out for a breakaway play. Because if I don't get this and Perks don't get this, it's going in. He ain't going to get there in time. He ain't got an angle. He's pointed in towards goal. He ain't got an angle to really save that. So he needs to be prepared to either get the clear that I'm going to send him, or if Perks has to clear it, he needs to turn back out, grab boost pads, and go back out in the field. And these are common mistakes that I talk about. When you have one team on one side pressuring the other team, and it feels like no matter what you do, you can't clear the ball. It's because of dumbass mistakes like this. If these three, excuse me, if these three were set up 1, 2, and 3, and they were pressuring us and rotating, and pressuring us and rotating, and we were doing shit like this, they would keep pressuring us, because when I would clear it over there, instead of having a teammate readily available to take it, there's going to be a guy sitting there just to re-challenge that and send it back. This is the type of shit that nobody has tutorials on or nobody teaches people when it comes to defensive stances. All three of you shouldn't be covering one goal. What's going to happen is it's going to either get past your two defenders and go the hell in, or there's going to be an issue because three of you are in goal, or somebody doesn't go when they should, or some other bullshit, or somebody bumps somebody else. Three of you don't need to be there defending. You got to get it through your mind, if your goalie doesn't save this now, or the person that's going for it doesn't save it, the second man who should be either in goal or around will go for this. And if either one of them hits it, it's going to clear a specific way, and the other man should be out playing the field. Instead of him coming back, for example, if he followed in some trouble as he was going out, grabbed boost and all of that, Cloud Jr. is the only one that can score because their guy left the play. This guy, if he lands, he could probably pressure it down the field, but if he was smart enough to intercept this dude, as he was going out and going back and all of that, and being in a position to where he can get around any of them, we can get a very fast breakaway play and get a goal here. We go forward. I think I missed this one. We go forward. That's there. Crowd's coming in trying to cover and trying to score. Flavored Perks is kind of making a mistake here, and Dante's making a mistake here. If Dante wanted to come back, he should have came back and picked up a position here. Flavored Perks should have given himself more room and more angle, just in case I get dunked here by Cloud and it goes in. Thank God I'm good at these, and I know to hit it down below. Now, remember what I said about if Dante would have just stayed on this guy's ass to intercept him for anything that's happening or covered any type of clear? Because right now, I passed it down to my goalie. Flavored Perks should be going for this, even though he's turned like he's getting boost. He actually went for boost. He seen me on the wall and all of that. He should have either assumed I was going to hit it across or assumed that I was going to hit it down or some shit, but he should have also seen the other guy. This don't make no sense. I cleared it down. He should immediately be going for this to make some sort of breakaway play. And when I say go for this, I don't mean booping it across field, because they obviously have a defender here. This guy should be getting in between this guy and also getting ready for any type of pass. He should already be intercepting this for a dribble or any other type of play that he can do with whatever boost he has left. What happens? The ball bounces. Dante jumps and goes for this. He ain't even trying to dribble at this point or anything like that. For whatever reason, this guy that's already heading back at this angle has got him panicked or some shit. Flavored said, oh shit, maybe I should go for that, and then turns back. I'm already committed, so I'm out of this play for right now. Flavored Perk should have already been under this by the time it's hitting the ground and getting ready to dribble the hell out of this ball. This guy naturally is going to turn and try to challenge and try to make him throw the ball away for his teammate. Dante's there. Instead of going for the ball, motherfucker, why don't you cover your teammate by knocking this guy out of the way? Or worst case scenario, boosting out and hitting the ball over to the side and letting Flavored Perks catch it somewhere else. Or even getting around it and dribbling it back to where Flavored Perks can get it. Anything. You can go behind it and fake, so if this guy does try to challenge across, he fakes past it and then you get control. Instead, he hits the ball and he's passing it right over to where this guy is. Like, he can see what he's doing and where he's hitting it. He knows there's a guy there that just challenging a guy there that's in front of him. He knows I just challenged. Goes up. Bam. Touches it away from himself. At this point, I'm finally landing. Flavored's on the ground. And he's sending it to their guy who is turning back saying, oh shit, free ball. This guy can grab boost pads. If he was grabbing boost pads, he should be grabbing boost pads on his way back so he can turn and help this guy with the play. Now, what you would like to see in a position like this is this guy grab boost and turn back. This guy pass the ball somewhere where this guy can score. And then this guy turn out just in case something bad happens and then score. Only thing he's going to do is pass the ball and he's going to maintain his position in defensive. This guy's going to cover this side just in case it gets passed that way. This guy's going to cover the opposite side just in case it gets passed that way. And that's a free breakaway play for them because the power that he's giving it to him, he's going to add in his own power on top of that, and it's going to be an easy shot and or clear. Both of us are at a position at this moment. I just challenged, and he was supposed to be going for the ball. This teammate, Dante, who cut again, by the way, or who cut, is causing us issues. It's just that simple. Dante's not a good teammate. He's selfish. He's a ball chaser. He's the worst of the worst. Ball gets pushed forward. Naturally, he's going to try and follow it again, but he hit it away from himself, so the other guy is going to beat him there. The only thing that he can do now, if he foreseen, is go as high as he can and try to 50 that. The problem is that me landing, I grab boost pads, and I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen here. If he wins, it's going to be pushed over to the left side. If he loses, it's going to be pushed either towards goal or pushed over into the other side. It still ain't updated and flavored's mind that, hey, Dante just cut me. I might need to do something about this. Boom. Goes out. Passed. This is now over flavored perk's head. I seen the possibilities. You see, starting to turn back. Starting to turn back. He's still going forward. He just now made the notion in his mind that, oh shit, the ball's over my head, oh, I need to turn back now, where I'm already turned back and headed back with speed. Cloud, who was waiting for this shit, could have scored the goal if he hadn't have made this sharp turn in right now. This is a lot of force that's coming out of that. It's going to bounce pretty far back out. Guardian's probably going to be the one that probably has to get this, because Cloud's probably going to miss because he cut his angle too sharp. We go through. Do not flip. When the ball is headed towards your side of the goal, like this, do not flip. You should be grabbing boost pads and getting ready to try to put up some sort of save. You notice, I ain't flipped the whole way here. I just turned back around and did what I needed to do. Now, if I need an extra distance or a correction before I jump for this, I'll flip. But for the most part, I went all the way here to here, and I'm a lot faster than he is, and he's flipping. Flipping's a bad thing to do. Dante's way out there wasting even more boost, being as useless as Dante can be. We go through. Now, as I'm shadowing this ball, trying to pick it up, because he flipped, he had no control of his car from the time he flipped from the time he landed. There's nothing he could do with this car. If he would have kept his wheels on the ground, he would have had this boost and he would have had control of his car. This goes through, barely missing me because I noticed that he was going to bump me, which forced me to jump early here. When I could have had my car on the ground and made a slight adjustment to try to pick this up slower than Cloud, or faster than Cloud, I now had to pre-jump this shit and just try to go for whatever the fuck I can get touch-wise. They jump up. Luckily here, and I mean luckily, from them being out of position, and again, Cloud turning in way too sharply and fucking up his aerial, he misses. And I miss. Because the only thing I could do is try to go for a block on him, but I knew I wasn't going to get that block in time. That's a goal that we could have lost. Flavored wouldn't have done anything but own goal, because as he was coming back in, he came in straight. As he comes in straight, there's nothing he can do. So now he has to turn around and get to a defensive position before the next guy takes a shot. If he would have just grabbed, the boost and all of that and came in properly, either that way or even if he went around the long way, just not straight in, he could have picked this up. Hell, he could have turned early and picked this up. Way before any of this challenging and all of this happened, as it's coming off the wall, he could have been ready to take that. They're out of position and their goal is open. If he would have played this better, we could have easily picked that up. Making me jump early because he's rotating back improperly and flipping and all of that, it's costing us a bunch of time. But not only that, he didn't recover properly. Dante went all the way over for their big boost, when we almost just about got shot on like a fucking idiot. Not only is he back there, he's not even looking at the play and updating his position. Because if Flavored Perks would have gotten this and had to flick it, or if I would have gotten this, it would have went over that particular direction and they would have made another play while he's over there. And he's probably going to come through, boost, and grab that one too. It bounces. I'm gone because he forced me to jump. What does he do? He goes up the wall for a motherfucking squishy save or some random ass shit, instead of looking at what's going on and just updating his position. You come in wrong, update your position. You got plenty of time. Hell, when he was coming back, he could have actually went up the goddamn wall. He could have done everything. If he would have rotated right, he'd have been right here just chilling. His teammate, oh, no, he don't go from boost to boost, but he is going to flip when he probably could have just went from boost to boost and just holding boost down. It would probably have been faster than grabbing this and cutting out like this. He's not even online. Now, at this particular moment, if you look at the field and how everything's set up, who do you think's going to get there faster for the next save if he gets the save and the ball lands here? Me, who is generally right outside of goal, and let's say I have no boost or anything? Or do you think him, that's way beyond half court's going to get there? Answer, he's not going to get there. He's like twice the distance as I am, if not 3 times the distance that I am. So the problem you're going to have in this particular scenario is he's coming back at full force, probably about ready to try and make another save or all of that. Instead of looking at the field, look how things are set up. If he hits it in and something happens and this guy actually gets the save, he should be watching that and he should be covering to make that breakaway play to give us a goal. You don't need to come all the way back, because even if he misses, I mean, you can come close for if you are needed, but you shouldn't be coming all the way back to goal. Because if he misses, then I'm going to have to go for the ball. If I miss, that's a goal. If I do get it, it's going to be a clear cross. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be there to cover what's going to happen after that, as opposed to just panic coming back. He fucks up his touch. Bang. Gets a touch back up. Gives me time to recover. Flavored perks should have already been, and I guess he went up and then turned back down off the ramp. He should have already been challenging that shit. As that shit bounces there, he should have been already challenging that. He's already got the momentum from turning around. But he's not. And I only have a limited amount of patience. Where's our other teammate at this time? Where's Dante? Dante. Remember what I said about cutting in from the middle and rotating like that instead of going in opposite post rotation or covering anything else that's going to happen? He rotates right in where Cloud is. I don't think nobody gets demoed here, but if I was Cloud, I'd have just demoed his ass. I would have gotten demoed and demoed him. That would have reset me back to cover my goal. It is the most tactical thing that he can do, is take a demo from Dante right now. If anything, hit your break just to make sure that it gets demoed or you get demoed and you don't go through him. That would have been the best play. He would have been back. He would have been able to get boost. He would have been able to defend, do whatever it needs to do. But it doesn't really matter because it's hitting ceiling and coming back down. We are indeed in some trouble because the ball has managed to come out, get touched like that. Perks is not actively pursuing that. I look and I'm like, hey, Perks, you gonna go? You gonna go? You gonna go? You gonna go? You don't go. So now I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to go for this. And I remember this particular part of that stream. I literally said, fuck, I'm gonna have to go for this, aren't I? And then something happened and I said, yup, I'm gonna have to go for that. I vaguely remember those voice lines. So it goes up, it goes down to here. At this point, where Perks is deciding he wants to flip out and go for this, there's no point. You had your chance to go as the ball was going out and like that. You did not go. At this time, I updated our positionings, and he should have updated the positionings. He failed to go when he was supposed to go. Now you are the back man, or second man in this case. You should be the second man. Dante should have came in opposite post rotation and covered everything else just in case he made the mistake of going. This is now my ball to challenge and do whatever I need to do. I challenge past him. Flavored at this point, being the second man, should cover the next touch. Dante should still be in goal. Again, Dante cuts fucking rotation and ends up causing problems. Dante is a piece of shit teammate. He's the type of teammate that's going to continue to do this until you guys inevitably lose. This is the type of shit 30 seconds haven't even passed in the match the where people are like, I'm just gonna abandon this, or a vote the forfeit comes up at 3:30 and they just stop trying. So I understand the side of people who stop trying, because me myself, I generally stop trying too when I got a teammate that's like this. They are the reason why you don't rank up. That play style right there. They have no idea what's going on the field and all of that. Only thing they know is dumbass diamond rotation. Pisses me off. Update your positioning, cover goal like you're supposed to, let me and Flavored go up, then you fall in tow and do whatever you need to do. Just in case something fucking magical happens and they manage to get something on us. Go up, I hit it over him, I'm on wall, I landed all fucking stupid and all of that. Guess what? Flavored perks, even being as slow as he was, still is closer to this ball than this guy. This guy, again, turned too sharp and now is heading this way, and he should have updated his positioning to try to cut it off, because the ball is constantly moving in a particular direction. But even Flavor being, slow as shit, would still get there at either faster or right about the same time as that guy, depending on how much boost he has. I landed kind of fucked up, but I mean, at that time, all I have to do if the ball makes it to the wall is just turn and re-challenge that. You want Slurpee code? No thank you. I'm not too worried about a Slurpee, but I appreciate you. Dante coming in and cutting rotation again. Not just one of us. He cut both of us in rotation. Both of us are actively making a play right now, and he's going for this. I appreciate you, though. Causing another issue. Flavor, seeing that Dante has cut him twice, should fall in line at this point. Give this guy, or give Dante, a little bit of space to see what he's doing, and he should kind of bow out. I'm not saying that he should leave, turn back, grab boost, go back to goal, but he should bow out of this pursuit and head towards this way to cover goal and also cover Dante if he wants to pass it. So as Dante gets control of the ball and is going up wall, Flavor needs to cut across this way, grab boost, and then see what's going to happen next. Going out this way and cutting across, he can cover any type of goal shots that are this way, or when he gets around to here, he can cut in this way, or he can cut a line in and switch to these boost pads and cover him that way. If Cloud decides to challenge here. Me, I'm already on the wall going backwards. I'm going to grab this boost. I'm going to either head back here, or I'm going to wait and follow those two up, depending on what kind of play they have, while trying to avoid obvious demos and things like that may happen. We go forward, Dante doesn't have control of the ball, and he hits the ball again off of a jump instead of just controlling it. So he's hit the ball away from himself twice and cut off both of his teammates, effectively giving the ball to the other team. Now, the only good thing that Dante does here is he's somewhat following the ball. If this guy has an angle hit there, it means he's probably going to try and take it up the wall or bounce it off the wall. Dante following the ball after doing something like that might give him a dunk over this guy. However, if he does dunk it over that guy, again, Flavored should still go grab the boost pads and adjust and do whatever needs to be done. He shouldn't change his rotation or change his particular play style because Dante got a lunky ass dunk. If Dante gets a lucky dunk and can get back to it, it's on Dante to dribble that shit and try to either stall it, dribble it, get it over Cloud, demo Cloud, do whatever it is for his teammates to catch up. And this is why we have this particular gap, is because Dante at full speed cut off his other teammates. We're not going to be able to support Dante in his play. He is on a solo individual play until we catch back up. and fix our rotation and all of that shit. Which is why you don't want to cut across rotations, because you're slowing your teammates down and you're making it basically to where you're the only one that can do anything. So if he does manage to dunk this guy here, which I don't even remember what happens here, but that's what I'm looking at and what I think's going to happen. He's going to have to find a way to either go up and dribble the ball in, jump off the wall and scored, or hit the ball hard enough that it bounces off the wall and comes back with enough force to where Flavor can get to it and shoot it. That's actually interesting because Cloud turned too sharp here and couldn't follow the ball correctly. He actually hit the ball off the wall, passing it to Dante. So Dante, if he wouldn't have flipped and done all of that stupid shit that he did, would have his wheels properly landing on the ground. Not only is he just throwing the shit, he has terrible recovery skills. As you can see, his car is not anywhere where he wants it to be. Cloud is fully committed. He's not anywhere he wants to be. Perks is behind this guy now, and they're starting to recover back. He looks like he's either heading for either boost or goal, and he looks like he's going to try and cut this ball off at the pass. So if Dante gets a hold of this, you need to keep in mind that, hello, Coco Gaming, how's it going? He needs to keep in mind that, well, one, Dante is going to have Cloud behind him. He has in some trouble, and now he has the third man coming back. The only way we're going to get this is if it's a breakaway play. And if Dante can't do anything here, he needs to just basically cut his losses. Cut his losses, regroup with his team, and then we all go in together and do this more smartly. If you are in this position to where you've double committed, past your teammates and all of that, do not continue to push the ball forward if you know you can't score. What you generally see here is the person pushes forward, wins, gets all the way to the side, and then passes it out. You just cut two of your teammates off, effectively slowing them down. Who are you passing to? Ain't nobody there. And then you get them mad saying, well, nobody goes for my passes. It's like, because you're cutting everybody else off to get to them. If the ball gets pushed out, you're effectively passing it to the blue team. This is the time to where if you can make those shots, and kind of use your recovery skills to assist the team. Even if you don't make the shot, just don't put the ball out in front where you have their whole team there that can cover that ball and your team back because you slowed them down. Do something. Even if you have to get in front of the ball, air dribble it up, and kind of air dribble it back to your team, find something in your skill set that you can do that doesn't involve you putting the ball in front of goal and giving them a free snipe shot. So we continue along. Dante still ain't recovered. This guy's pre-jumping like a dumbass, but it is what it is. Actually, no. Is that just in? No, that's not in, yes? No. Is he? No, there is no own goal. Boy got real close to own goal in that, though. He got real close to own goaling that. We go back about 5 seconds, let the ball. As you can see, after Cloud pinched the ball off the wall, in some trouble, wasn't gonna get to that at any point. There's no point in pre-jumping and wasting all boost for a ball that you ain't gonna be able to get to. You should know, after playing the game as long as this entire group has, that you ain't gonna get to that goddamn ball in time. Don't waste your boost going for it. Plan for afterwards. And the time he spent pre-jumping and focusing on that aerial, he could have been on the ground, getting additional boost pads, figuring out where the ball's going to bounce out to, also looking at his teammates' position, opponents' positions, and things like that, seeing what he needed to get done. Dante's probably going to grab boost, but he can't make a very definitive shot at the moment. Plus, you have Guardian there and all of that. Guardian, who is still pointed in that direction for whatever reason, I guess, I don't know, is right by Perks. All he needed to do was just take this boy out or stay in front of him to where he can stop him from making that shot. Cover the man you're near. Instead of going to goal and worrying about all of this other shit, focus on the present. If this bounces off weirdly, he's going to be the one that scores that. If he hadn't pre-jumped this, he was the one thing in the way from letting Dante score that. As long as you're faster than Dante or in the way of Dante, Dante can't score. As long as he's in the way or faster and challenges it before, he can't score. I grab the boost and I'm just going to kind of chill back to see what's going on for the time being. At least that's what I generally do. Cloud's recovering because he made the mistake of his life, but at the end of the day, it's a 2v2 situation with me backing him out. Switch to a 2v2 strategy there. What do you do in twos when this happens? It goes over because he pre-jumps. He damn near own goals that, and that pretty much should have been an own goal, but Guardian makes sure he stays in front of Perks to where he can challenge earlier. Dante kinda has the freebie right now, but instead Dante went up and around and cut out here instead of immediately going in with the boost pads available, trying to read this and score this. Because they were just about in the same spot. Dante should have been only a little bit behind this guy, but he took a longer path. It bounces out and around. What rank is this at? How do I give you a definitive rank in here? This is Champ 2 to GC1. If I click this, we have a Season 5 Gen Champion in the actual lobby. We have a Season 3 Blizzard Wizard, things like that. There are some people that are Champ 2 in this particular lobby, some that are Champ 3, and some that are GC1. That's about the roundabout rank set here. So they're not bad. They've played the game long enough to know what to do, but you know, this stuff happens very often. I switch back to none. And that's just something I would like to talk about, because when I stream, I talk about the same mistakes every time, and this is just kind of a thing that I'm doing on the side, because, well, my back was hurting when I got up. But it bounces off. He's now taken himself out of the equation temporarily, unless he recovers like fan-frickin-tastically. He's taken himself out of the equation temporarily. Zai is the last line of defense. He has to make a touch there, whether he own goals at the same time, whether he hits it up, whether he hits it to the side, whether he catches it, whether he does anything. Guardian has to do something. As long as, again, he stayed in front of Perks, he has time to make that touch. Dante is already flipping out. He has already given up on trying to take any type of shot, scores, or anything like that. Why? Why are you heading back when the ball is actively being pushed towards goal? I'm already back there, shadowing everything to see what's going on. If Guardian jumps up and hits that to the right, Dante just made a mistake. He could have scored right off of that, but he's too much in a hurry, too much cutting rotations and all of that. If it goes to the left, Perks is there to cover that. And if it goes hard left and out, I'm already back covering that. If it goes over Dante and he can't get to it, I'm already there. If it goes to Cloud, I'm already there. I can immediately turn back and defend goal. I'm defending goal. He has no reason to come back or go across. He could have just sat where he was and watched what Perks was doing and then updated his position to either get behind, over, across, you know, whenever the time came. Guardian. What do you know? Guardian did the only thing that actually made sense in that position that he was in, and he hit the ball to the right. One, he had a teammate there, so if he fucked up and hit it towards, you know, bottom goal, it would have hit his teammate's car. Either way, guess what? It went out and to the right. Dante, who is a flipping fool, literally, is already flipping back. Again, when you flip, your wheels are off of the ground. You don't have control of your car. He's going to be actively losing distance as opposed to him keeping his wheels on the ground and being able to just do basic moveset. He's passed all of these boost pads and all of that on his way. And he's just like, I'm out. I don't even care about pushing this. One guy ain't even pointed towards the ball where it's being cleared, so he's gonna have to turn or reverse or do something crazy to get there. This guy is already committed. He's gonna go back this way. This goal is basically open. Dante would have used his brain and seen the only, clear that this guy had. It easily would have been done. Perk sees that the ball's going that way. He goes back to rotate to allow me to come up. I see that Perks is letting me come up, even though he should be grabbing boost pads and then grabbing that boost or going back. Looks like he's going that way. I see he's going back. I'm going to slowly come up. Dante's already flipped out. So now we have two people going back and one person going up. What the hell am I supposed to do by myself when I have two people there and one person there? There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to make a play here. So I have to find some way to stall for one of my teammates to come back or for both to either get back. And this is even more interesting. Dante is just fully boosting, cutting even my teammate that's supposed to be going back for a rotation. He cut him in rotation even defensively. How do you cut a teammate defensively in rotation? What? Perk says, well, fuck, if Dante's gonna go back, I have to turn and I have to cover this guy. So now, Perks, who's always held a decent position, turns back to try to assist me. I don't know that he turns back, though, because I'm going up because I think that Perks is going backwards, I have the mindset that he's going back. But I'm heading upwards, so I think I'm by myself. Dante's full boosting back. He's not even grabbing boost pads. He's not even pathing towards anything. He's going straight back towards goal. Perks, I thought, was already going back. I have no way to know that Perks is staying up. He's not in front of me anymore. I have no way. And that's going to be an issue. Dante's fucked us again. Ball comes down. Let me get on over here. Cloud gets it past me because he's sneaky and he's coming down off wall. He's now bypassed me. Perks, who should have been able to go back, had to stop because Dante fucked us over. And Dante, who's the only one that can save that, used all that boost to get back, turned back around, and is now challenging with basically no boost. Both of us are out of position. Dante's challenging this shit. You see the issue that cutting rotation does? Where Perks could have already been back covering goal, and Dante doing whatever the fuck he wants to do could possibly make this guy throw the ball away, and all of that. I never committed to anything, so I can pressure Cloud from behind, or cover any other lanes on my way back, or get rid of Guardian or anything at this point. Dante doing what he does, would never trust the motherfucker named Dante, basically, has fucked us over again. It goes through. I update my positioning, because I can't bump Guardian, he's already passed where I can. So I update my positioning just in case Dante manages to get a very good shot or pass over and hits top wall, back wall, whatever. I can see that this guy's not in position. Me, in my mind, I'm thinking, hey, if Dante somehow manages to get this shit, I'm already up and out of position. If Dante gets this shit past him, I can score it. If not, Perks is already boosting on his way back and all of that, and I trust Perks. And this guy, things like that. There's a lesson here. When Dante's in your game, it's no longer your game. Might as well quit out. Savage, but pretty much. Goes through. He gets ball control. Because Cloud hits it away from himself. He doesn't dribble it like he's supposed to. We have hope. All Dante has to do is just pass the ball over the guy, right to me, and it's a goal, right? Simple plan, right? Simple play. Bam, bam, bam. He's not even heading back yet. Simple play. What happens? He hits the ball over Cloud, jumps up. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. Did you see? He went up. He aerialed around. He didn't try dribble it. He didn't try to control it. He hit it away from himself. After he hit it away from himself, he then tried to boost toward it as quick as possible and save himself. After I seen him do that, I'm pretty sure I just turned around and left, because at this point, the only thing Dante's gonna do is bang this shit hard as hell off the wall. I'm not prepared for a bang hit that's way the fuck up there. I'm looking for, just a basic pass to me. Pop it over him, put it in my pocket, I score it. By this time, this guy's already back in a defensive position. If I demo him, the ball bounces off wall and goes back in the field. Maybe Perks gets it, maybe Cloud gets it, maybe Guardian comes back and gets it. I don't know. Again, I'm still in the peace of mind that, Perks went all the way back and is on his way up. I have no idea what's going on in that situation. Dante hits it. He could have banged it into versus corner and had a better chance of scoring. That is true too. That is too true. He could have done anything. Hit it away from himself. Bang, hits it. I'm up here trying to cover his first touch off the wall. He decides that he wants to go for a basically impossible angle double touch. So I read his first touch as he's coming in, but he follows it and tries to make a double touch. If he would have let that bang off the wall, it would have flowed back out where I was going, out in an angle, around this guy. And there would have been no choice because he pre-jumped. There would be no chance of him saving that. Because he bangs it off the wall towards this particular guy who's already pre-jumped, this guy had that option of saving that and clearing that over to his buddy over here, or this buddy, and it's scoring. But he jumped up and then pinched it across the goal. Like, I'm going to be able to read this super fast-ass pinch going across goal. Even if I was in a proper spot over there and I had chance to, I wasn't scoring that. This is in 25% speed, and it is zooming. So I'm like, alright, I recover, I go down. I'm like, we need to do something. I finally notice that Perks is up. I cut through. What's Dante doing? He's already flipping and going full boost all the way back towards our goal. We are still in an offensive play. Where are you going, my dude? Where are you going? We have ball control, essentially. He's already full boost and flipping back towards goal. Like, what the hell? You obviously had boost to re-challenge. Why are we heading back? So he's gone. So now it's just us two making a play. He hits it up. I read that he's hitting it up and all of that, but I'm like, bro, I ain't got any type of boost. I'm on 0 right now. Dante's used, what, 60 boost at this point? Going back. He was also over in that particular area, to where if it was passed, he could just turn and score that. But nah, Dante's out. He don't care. I go and grab boost. He got beat. I'm like, shit, I gotta turn on this. Guess who? Grabs boost, turns up wall, and is full fucking supersonic heading towards this shit. You already got a guy that's challenged up. Thank you. There you go. Rule 1 that should be obeyed is if you're near the play or part of the play, don't flip. Exactly. That you're like making a shot or you're trying to correct yourself. You shouldn't be flipping and doing any type of thing like that. As soon as you flip, you lose control of your car. It's that simple. And here he is, wasting that boost. He used like 60 boosts to get back to get 100 boost, and is just full boost and wasting that shit. My mindset right now is, I need to stall this ball for Flavor to get down, the teammate I trust to get down, so we can make some sort of play. Dante's like, nah, bruh. I got this shit. It goes. Now, as he sees that I'm challenging this, a natural player would cut across and kind of chill to see what they could do in this particular area. If I got through and broke through and gave him a good pass, he needs to be the one to score that. If he, Perks, sees that I have control of this ball and can essentially do something, he can easily grab boost pads and turn around, or if he thinks he has time, he can grab big boost and, support the play from the back. He can even get back and save the goal just in case something bad happens. But Dante being behind me is just the worst. I'm gonna call that corner boost play Dante just did. I'm gonna call it the crayon eater. That's funny. Maybe Dante ate too many crowns. I went up, tried to touch the ball as high as I could over him. Dante, who should have already been going out to get ready for this particular play, is just now saying, oh shit, maybe I need to do something. They're fighting for this corner boost. Even though they're fighting for a corner boost and things like that, he just pulled in some trouble from being here able to save this goal over to that corner boost. Flavor just pulled the fucking miracle. They have nobody defending this goal. Ball gets sent up. I'm going up again to pass it, because obviously ain't nobody going to be able to score that shit from here, right? So I need to go up and make sure that the ball is properly put in front of goal and all of that. But guess what? Dante don't care. He jumps up. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Pre-jumping. He had all of this angle. Yep, he pre-jumped. He had all of this angle to try and score that. And me, I jumped off wall, tried to flip, and tried to get to the other side of him and try to double touch that in. I knew the way I was going to get that shit. But, yep, he pre-jumped. He had no reason to pre-jump. He could have been there and scored that anywhere in this part of the corner, but he pre-jumps. Because he pre-jumps, he hits that shit off the wall. Bang. At that time, as you can see, I said, fuck this shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I quit. He actually made me quit. I was like, nah, bro. I'm done. Luckily Flavored, after being beat, went back, grabbed some boost pads and all of that, and covered backfield. At that time, I was like, I'm fucking done, bro. I'm done. I'm not playing this anymore. You're on your own. Fuck you, I'm out. Hit that shit. They cleared the ball. As you can see, I'm just like, whatever. Dante flips. They are actively about ready to shoot that ball, and he's flipping. Not even towards goal. He's just flipping. Perks is trying his best to get there and try to contend with that, but I mean, there's obviously no way he's gonna make it there. Unless he has the worst aerial of his fucking life. So now, we're back on it. Perks has saved the day and beat this guy. I'm in the corner, getting ready to turn around and assist him in his next touch, because I don't want to sit in this counter and redirect it, because this guy's here. He's just going to send this shit across field. So I flip out, get ready to turn around. At least I should be getting ready to turn around and assist him in this play that he's making. He's a hero and saved us from leaving the goal right there. Dante's already past half court flipping and just gone, bro. Gone. Instead of assisting this play or anything like that, he's just gone. You should really learn the art of having the brain. Indeed. So it goes. I'm going to grab any type of boost pads and again, supplement the play. Perks gets beat, but that's quite alright. I update my positioning because I know his dumb ass are going to go for it regardless. It don't matter where he's at, I know he's going to go for it. So I'm grabbing boost pads and all of that, and also trying to run away from Guardian because I'm having in my mind he's going to demo me. And I'm going to try to get back to goal as quick as possible. Dante flipping has no control of his car till about now. Luckily for us, this guy is also flipping, so he's either low on boost or he's learning tactics from Dante. Shouldn't be flipping right now, should just be getting control of the ball. Perks is recovering, but he's also near one of their goalies, so he can still make a play or do something if need be. Lands. Dante challenges early. Actually, it looks like he's about to push the ball into that guy. So that's not even a good challenge at that point. Cloud's already jumping and panicking. All you had to do is fake here. And Cloud would have pushed the ball into Dante's car. It would have popped. And they could have made a play there. Dante's just full force flipping and boosting and shit. But somehow manages to make it work. Gets down to the ball. Right here. It's already being pre-challenged. Is Dante worried about this? I don't know. Let's see if he goes for the boost and says fuck the ball and let it go. Or if he tries to either fake back or do something to control this ball. Let's find out. Nah, Dante cares about the boost. He don't care about covering the ball or anything like that after it bounces off the wall. He don't give a shit. Parks has got boost and all of that. He's turning back around, getting ready for a play that should have happened here, but it never happens. I'm back, trying to see what's going on and all of that. Cloud's way out in the field, and this guy is over here. He gets a terrible, terrible clear. And what's happening here? Dante is flipping away, full boosting away, and flipping away from this ball. When all he had to do was just fake and then cover the ball from this angle. Worst case scenario, this guy would have panicked, went up the wall, and hit it down and crossed it across. Until Dante did play faster, he took that to heart. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Now, at this point, because Dante gave up any type of positioning, he gives them time to be lax, come back in, and start defending their goal and whatnot. This guy's there, that guy's there and there. Dante is no longer part of the play, and I'm just sitting here by myself like, well, shit. Flavor goes back because he's like, fuck the shit too. Oh, and all of this happened the first minute of the game. It's only the first minute of the game. Is he flipping at Supersonic? Yes, he does that. Yes, he does. This is only the first minute of the game. I think I've streamed for like 2 hours or something crazy, and this is only the first minute of the game. 1 minute. Let's beat this up some. I try to get a shot here that Dante definitely should have gotten. It bounces off ceiling, bounces down. Nobody's there to cover that or score it. Flavor's nice enough to come back and try to cut this off. But guess who's there? Dun 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 dun. Cloud passes it out to his teammate midfield. Dante's pre-jump challenging. Gets beat. And who would have thought? I'm there. I see that Perks is there. Both of us are going down the field together. He tries to go for it and clear it. That's fine because I'm covering what's happening next. We come through. He tries to hit it up. I'm there to challenge. I think I clipped him or something, but he gets it over me. Dante's back for another challenge. He's not, bro. My dude went from here and went all the way up the wall when he could have just challenged that. Literally just challenged that. Why are you on the wall, son? Dante the chronic double commit pre-jumping. Jesus Christ. That's funny. So now, all three of us are on the wall. I just challenged and got bypassed over. Perks was already there, and Dante's up on the wall now too. Tell me how the hell this manages to happen. In all my hours of playing Rocket League, I don't think I've ever seen 3 people challenge the wall at the same time like that. It's generally a double commit, but a triple commit on the same wall, I don't think I've ever seen this. Jumps up, Perks gets the touch, obviously, because Dante was never going to get that, but it's Dante, you know? We managed to bypass 2 of them there. However, when we bypass 2 of them, 2 of my teammates are now gone. So now I'm the one that has to try and bring this back home. It gets touched. Boom. But I mean, Dante has to challenge for it again. He has to use whatever little boost he has left and, try to make a touch here. Goes through, bounces off wall. Perks grabs his boost. I wait. Fake this guy out some. Get control of the ball. Doesn't matter if he challenges. I know I can push through. Because he's coming from the side, I'm going forward. And I continue to try and make a play. Now, at this time, honestly, I should have just controlled the fucking ball and then flicked that shit because this guy's out of position and then scored on his bitch ass and called it a day. But no, I'm apparently a masochist and I like fucking pain and all of that shit. Also, Perks came up way too early. He should have stayed back in goal just in case. And Dante is, if you notice, being the speedy boy. Instead of waiting on the pass and all of that, he is continuing to go forward. And continuing to go forward. And continuing to go forward. I just challenged, mind you, back there. And I haven't had a chance to grab boost. Because they took that boost. Dante took this boost. So the only boost I have is the boost pads that I picked up. I push it. Perks takes it. Bang, which is fine because this guy was challenging and all of that. Guess what? Dante stopped moving. Dante stopped moving. Guardian bumped his ass. Dante is now about to get plowed and he is in some trouble. Ball gets sent through, but doesn't exactly go in. It gets countered by Cloud. Cloud is another one of those people that don't know how to control the ball. If he hadn't have flipped and actually controlled the ball, he could have bypassed all of us there. But instead, he hit the ball and then flipped, losing control of the ball. That's another goal that's been thrown down. Ball bounces off wall. I'm shadowing it. I know better than to challenge in a position like that, but you know what? I knew I could probably put it over him, and I had to do something because, well, Perks is just now getting back, and Dante, well, we don't talk about Dante. Turn back, because I see this guy challenging. I get ready for the next challenge, so I'm going to start heading up the wall. Guess who can't even rotate properly? Guess who is here, right up my ass before I even done anything. Instead of coming back and being a good guy and coming back opposite post rotation and covering Perks, nah. He's going to cut rotation yet again. Yet again. Ball goes up. I get it cleared down. And then I turn to try and get it. Unfortunately, I miss. Guess what? Dante cutting rotation did absolutely fuck all nothing. He did nothing here. It goes up the wall. Dante being Dante's like, yeah, boy. Perks, who was actually going up the challenge that has to boost back down and try and recover. Ball gets sent past Dante. At this time, Perks goes in, makes a very, very nice touch with a 50 off of that. It goes right by Dante. But instead of stopping and picking the ball up and taking it and dribbling it and all of that, flips away from it because he's a flipper. You don't know to grab boost pads and all of that and continue this play. Flips away from it. So I'm like, fuck it, I guess I'll go for this shit. I ain't got boost from the last 2 plays, but somebody has to. Notice I have no boost. The only boost I picked up was that. I jump, I fake the ball, go to the right, tried to bump it off of them. Well, I was trying to pass it to Perks, but it bumped off him. And then it luckily went in. Luckiest goal of the fucking end. I was trying to pass the Perks who I seen on the side, and that guy was trying to demo me or some shit. Ends up on goaling. That's how we got our first goal. It wasn't due to team plays. It wasn't due to anything. It was to some dumbass double committing on that challenge and trying to demo me and own goaling. The rest of this game, we'll watch it 50% because you know how the rest of this game's gonna go. Dante's on kickoff. Which don't like my terminology. God dang. I guess not. Dante loses kickoff. Kickoff goes to side. One guy's challenging. I make a fake challenge because there's no way in hell I was going to get up that high. Bounces off wall. Bang. Dante gets a good clear here, but it bounces off wall and he can't follow it because he hit the ball too far from himself. He gets a nice 50 here. I try to keep up and challenge, but then I see that he has control, so I fake off and behind Perks, who I'll let him challenge next. Now, instead of challenging here and taking control of the ball, Perks fakes the ball. When I updated my position behind him, it didn't update in his mind that he's no longer the back man and he needs to challenge. He does eventually challenge, but that slow challenge here could have gave us ball control. He could have taken that ball off the wall, bounced it off the wall, done whatever. Dante, I mean, he's flipping. He's still going to be out of the play, but possibly even gotten it down to Dante, and we could have gotten something for it. So this mistake right here is going to cost a lot on him not challenging, but he does eventually challenge. Dante flipped out and went across. He pulled a Dante, and he's not in the position where we seen him at. So now Perks has to get back to this because Dante's a dumbass. And the thing that makes me laugh the hardest about this is the fact that Perks is trying his life off right now, trying to get back to this ball and cover a ball that Dante easily could have just passed to me, and I could have shot on this empty net and scored. But he's trying his ass off to get back to this ball. And despite all of that, Dante flipped out, cut past me, and is now heading that way. Even if they 50 that shit across, there's a guy right here. Even if it goes here and it goes near Dante, there's still a guy right here that's actively moving to intercept anything that can happen here. All it took is when he hit the ball, Dante coming back to hit that shit to me, and I hit that shit into their goal. That's a goal that we could have had there. Instead, he goes for it, gets beat, obviously, overextending himself. I back up in the goal because I'm like, what the fuck actually happened? I get bumped. It hits the front of my car. Dante power sliding in the goal instead of just driving like a normal man. Can't get to it in time. It's unfortunate. I don't particularly blame him here because I got bumped and then I stopped it, hoping my ass off that something's happening. But I mean, like, come on, bro. You're coming in from the outside, seeing that there's a guy right there. Instead of going in, power sliding your fucking ass off like that while he's actively going, why not at least try and do something to challenge this ball? Not challenging the ball is kind of unacceptable in that situation. I don't blame him for that one, and that's kind of a ignore type thing, but it's like, bruh, challenge those. Even if you hit it off with him an own goal, it's better than nothing. The rest of this is just us getting the absolute dog shit kicked out of us. So I'm just going to clear the dot off of the screen. Click back into this, and we will go to, I think you have to go to auto cam. Wrong one. Auto cam. And then click on a particular person. There you go. Let's watch Dante's view. Goes up. Decent clear, but he's trying to follow something he can't follow and passes it. And bang. That's another goal lost. Hits it to the side. Pops up. What's he do in this situation? Pops it off top. Acceptable, but now he's trying to follow a touch that he can't follow. He's flipping so much. Stop flipping. He missed the boost. Here we go. Shoots past him. He comes back. That should have been a double. or a redirect, but he's kind of slow there, but that's not too bad. He gets a fantastic demo there. Fan-freaking-tastic. I thought this was supposed to switch characters for players, by the way. He gets a fantastic demo there that saves a goal. So now Dante's only dropped 2 goals, and he's given us a goal. Oh, it's director's cam, right? Hang on. Yeah. Director cam. Alright. Go back a little bit. Cool. We go through. Specs hits it over. Cloud takes it. He definitely could have challenged there, but that's fun. I hit it down. Good coverage from him. I pass it back to him. He now has ball control. He pinches it instead of taking it up and over that guy. And damn, we get absolutely shit on. That was Cloud in the gold car. Gotcha. Balls up. I fake challenge on corner. Both of them, well, Dante's overcommitting. We already know whose fault that is. We ain't even got to look at the records. Dante gets a good bypass, but he tries to follow again, something that he can't follow. And he's just rapidly flipping, brother. Oh my god. Holy shit. I've never seen somebody flip that often. Downside. Oh. Flip reset out by blue. I keep thinking the gold team's on orange, but it's not. All of us are out of position, and we get scored on. I don't know whose fault that is, but I could probably guess. Bad kickoff by Dante. It goes in the corner. Perks isn't able to get to it. I go high for a clear, but I can't really follow it, so I just kind of fake out. He hits it back to me, but Dante cuts me, and then does absolutely nothing with it, so I try to make a shot, because, well, you have to go in that position. And, well, you know what happens next. Oh, he missed! He actually missed. That's sad, but we move on. Seems like there was a double commit between me and Perks there, but I didn't follow through afterwards, and I went to the opposite side. I cut him there, get that touch, get a second touch around him. Dante, again, is not even in the proper position to score that, even if it did go through. But it works out because other teammate came through and supported that play. Very good pickoff by Perks. It is up. Perks challenges him again, and I bang that in. Very good teamwork and flow between me and Perks. Go through. I win the kickoff. They hit it up the top of their, whatchamacallit. I give it a small touch because, well, it's off of kickoff, so there's nothing I can do to really force that through. Dante pops off wall, misses the double touch, but I'm reading it anyway. So we go in, try to make a touch here, get it around them. Trying to get the pass, but I'm out of boost, obviously. Dante pops it up and then tries to do some weird ass fucking shit. I pop it up, Perks pops it over, doesn't necessarily get it in, and we could have won there. That's why I saved this. I remember what happened here. Hang on. I remember why I saved this now. Oh, boy, oh boy. 26 seconds left. Gonna slow this to 50%. It goes. I get this spectacular ass kickoff that goes off the side wall. Now, generally, on kickoff, remember what I stated earlier. Whoever goes for the particular kickoff, in this case, I was over here to the left. That kickoff, or that boost, over to the right, is supposed to be mine. Flavor'd went over and grabbed his boost. I'm on my way over into the corner to get my boost and possibly redirect if the ball comes to me. Dante comes up, cheats, grab this particular boost, and then is just kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna cut. So I say fuck it at this moment. And it's like, you wanna cut, you wanna do whatever the fuck you wanna do, you wanna fuck up our rotations and all of that shit, whatever. I'll cover you anyway. So I cut in, after just going after kickoff, by the way, so I have like 0 to nothing boost. Have to go over and cover. Where if anything, it should have been the opposite. I should be the one making the touch over here, and him with the boost should be the one doing the rest of the work. But let's switch positions anyway. He hits it off the wall, very, very high. I don't have boost. I just got off kickoff, and you know I'm there. Why would you hit it anywhere up near the top of the wall when you know that the person behind you that's supposed to be covering you just got done with kickoff? That's crazy. He hits it up. I try my best to get any type of touch. I touch it down with the flip reset so I can re-challenge it and keep it in front of myself. He challenges it. I hit it up to where anybody else can get it. Perks fakes back because he thought I was going to be beat there. That is the normal thing to do, especially when you have somebody like Dante, when all of this is going on, who almost bumps into Perks and then goes back like that. He just knew, they just knew that I was going to get beat there, but I didn't get beat there. So they both fake. Ball's up off the ground. It takes basically for the ball to be on its way back before anybody on my team challenges this. Perks is now in process of going towards it, but Cloud's already in the air. Dante ain't paying attention, one, and he's just on his sweet ass way, doing whatever his little Dante brain lets him do. And I'm on the wall, like, shit, I can't get boost. Everything's fucked up, Damn, what do I do? He hits the ball twice, misses it. It goes over to Perks. Perks gets behind the ball, flips through. This moment right here, we're all fucked up. We are 110% fucked up. I don't know how we didn't lose. Right here. Perks is going back. I'm going back. Dante is going up. We're all in this one corner. Dante goes up. Hits it off the wall. Right to the next guy. Guess what? I luckily got boost when I went over that. And now I'm on my way pushing up. Bang. Get a nice 50. Perks is trying to follow. He's not boosting over to try and get in front of it because he sees that we need to recover. So he's still going to stay a little bit back. And this is fun. But guess what? Dun 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 dun! Super Dante jumping from cross map for some shit that he can't even really get. Puts himself out of position. I know what Dante's gonna do, so the only thing I can really do right now is try to pass it back to Dante and make a play. I beat it, but Dante, as he always does, challenges that shit and then goes all the way back, doing his little Dante things. Perks is up. We make a rotation, all of that. Bang. What I really want to show you is this right here. Dante hits it off wall. It gets put there. At this moment right here, I was going for a particular goal shot. And Dante ruined that. But it gets out. Passed. Right here. Open as net. The hardest shot in Rocket League. Right here. Needs to be done. All he needs to do is just touch this ball down into the net and we win. After 6 minutes and 25 seconds, we would have won. He goes up for the ball. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. He's beating the defender. Looks like his angles for the most part's great. I mean, most people would have adjusted their angle by now, but you know, he's holding a good angle. Bang. Touches it. Slides off. It's got a decent trajectory. Dun 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 dun. But see, this ain't even the bad part about this. I'm thinking we should be able to make a play out of this. So I'm gonna sit, you know, on the side just in case something happens. Dante is right there to score that shit. This is his big moment, the redemption play. You know, he scores this, we forget about all the wrongs that he's wronged us with. He can have that redemption arc. This is Dante's redemption arc. Goes. Little bit too high. How he missed an open net's beyond me. Tries to get this double touch. Slowly, but misses it. Dante's here. But remember where Dante was previously. Where he came from. He came from here. Perfect position to score that. Perfect spacing. There's no other defenders back. Perfect position to score that. But does Dante have patience? Nah. Dante's a zoomer. A Rocket League zoomer. Goes in, even cuts in even farther than what he needs to go. Now he's not even towards where the ball is going. Gets to it, and could have scored it, but it's overtime. That's how close we were to winning that. That's how close we were to winning that. It literally bounced out, lit down, and then that was the end of it, the overtime. But now I want to flip forward to... I'll use my controller. Controller's faster. Actually, I still have it on 5% speed. That's probably why it's so slow. There we go. Let me see. Yeah. Oh. During this time lapse between the extra 5 minutes of the game, we also had 2 extra times we could have scored, and they had 2 extra times they could have scored. That's why it lasted so long. Nobody was able to put down the goal. So we get here. We're all tired of fucking playing in this goddamn lobby and shit. Higher angle. Ball gets sent past over to the other side where we are. Again, everybody's tired of playing this damn lobby. Everybody's playing sloppily. It goes from one person, volleyed out to another person, volleyed out to another person. Dante goes over, hits the ball to the other person. He hits it off the wall to another person. It just became volleyball or ping pong at this case. This is how we lost, by the way. Okay, so here. I'm back. I just got boost and all of that. Dante's rotating back on the side wall and everything. Not a too bad of rotational errors, but it is what it is. Perks goes, hits the ball. I had to wait to see if Dante was going to cut me or not. He decided not to cut me, so I went up. We go through. All of that's fine. It bounces and 50s off of Perks. I see that I'm getting beat here, so I turn in. I make the touch. Now, let's talk about this sad-ass shot. Granted, it was off of a turn, and I was in the middle of turning, but let's talk about this sad-ass shot that I made here. Right off of this, it's coming down off of wall. I see that there's a defender coming back and all of that. Instead of simply turning my car, because I can't even say that I was going to get demoed at this point. It's like, it just simply, just turning my car. I made the ball disappear. Hang on. There we go. It's like there was no danger of me getting demoed and all of that. I knew he was behind me, but there was no danger. Instead of simply turning one's car and tapping this in and getting rid of this particular anguish that everybody went through, I decided, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna hit this shit as hard as I fucking can off the goddamn wall. Dun 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 dun. Now, he's back. Dante's there to score and all of that. We're going through. Do 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 do. Straight through. Straight through. Looks like Dante's gonna beat this guy. And it's gonna be the end of the game, right? There's two problems here. One, as Dante's starting to shoot this, his car's tilted back, so his wheels are going towards the ball, so there's going to be a lack of power here. Two, look at his aerial. I mean, I could understand if you're going to push forward now and put it in top left corner to ensure that he can't save it and all of that. You know, I could understand something like this, but he tilts back, and then hits it with his wheels. Right into the guy that's coming up to defend, by the way. And not only did he do that, afterwards, pinches it with the guy. Right on out to the side, and all of that. Flavored is back getting boost. I had just hit it off wall. I'm recovering. At this moment, it's essentially a 1v3 situation because the guy who won's going to be able to land and continue on, and his entire team's able to turn around and pressure us whenever they want to. Speed this up to 25%. He comes around. They both get there. Bang! He pops it up into his other teammate, and they get a pinch. Arcs is peeking goal. Peeking. There. Why challenge that? You know he's landing on the other side of that ball. Why challenge that? You know he's not going to score if he touches that. Why challenge that? If Perks would have faked and went back up the wall and caught that as it went back in, we could have made a breakaway play on their breakaway play. You could have sent it down to Dante. Dante could have sent it across. I could have turned and scored that. We're in perfect positions for a breakaway play. But we're all Rocket League fatigued at this minute for playing this super overtime-like game. Pops it. He wins it. But, you see what the problem is? We have me that's across, that is farther away than their teammate there. You have well, let's not even talk about Dante. Dante don't exist. It goes out. What happens next astounds me. It really does. It gets shot out. They start turning around and start to get in positions and all of that. Me, I'm like, alright, let me get back. Let me do the thing, even though I don't want to do the thing. Dante turns back towards field. Straight in, back towards field. Alright, that's fine, but don't make any unnecessary challenges. Don't do anything stupid that's going to cost us the game. As long as he doesn't do that, that's fine. It goes in. Dun, 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 dun. He gets absolutely positively beat because the ball's closer to the other guy. But does Dante care? Does Dante see that he's going to get beat and then fake back to cover? You know, go back and cover, opposite post rotation, or if I can get to the ball, go back and cover me. Nah, Dante don't give a shit. He's gonna force himself to go up and challenge this shit regardless. Goes to the second boost, and I guess he's seen himself challenge or covering my next challenge. And if I hit this off wall or something, Dante was gonna score or something like that. Sorry to tell you, Dante, I literally just flip back, grabbing whatever little boost pads I can and use most of my boost to get to this ball. It's not going to happen. Perks is covering me. fairly good. I mean, he went back to goal. This is about as much as I can ask for my next challenge. Dante just assumed that I was going to get to that shit first. Despite it being very awkwardly over me, by the way, and at a very decent amount of speed. It goes, I try my best to jump up, can't touch it. It goes through, and Perks barely can't get that. The thing about it is Dante just saying, fuck it, I trust you, and going up after cutting and doing all of that other shit made Perks go for a defense. Even if Perks would have saved it, it would have bounced back out to these guys that are coming up, and he would have gotten scored on anyway. And that was the end of that game. I went way back too far. So in this situation where Dante was the back man, the ball gets sent up, all of this happened, fake to the side, Perks is already heading back because he knows shit's about to go down, takes the shot, bangs like that, Dante pops the shit into the guy, and it gets saved. So that's a strike on me for not just ending it, a strike on Dante for not finishing the shot. Perks got here, flipped up, it went through. All of this. Why does Dante coming back on the wall like that, for one? It gets sent across, Dante cuts, and goes straight for a ball that he shouldn't go to. Dante should have completed his rotation back behind Perks. That would have allowed Perks to get any kind of boost pads or anything else that particularly happened. If Dante would have went back here, and even here, if he would have went back, instead of cutting through and going through, or bump the guy, a demo on that guy, anything, instead of ignoring him and letting him go by. Simple bump, simple demo, simple anything. The ball would have went out, it would have fell down, I would have gotten ball control. Anything. Instead, he cuts rotation. I jump up for the ball, misread the ball. Ball gets by me, he gets an amazing touch. Perks thought I got it, but probably had like a ghost hit or something pop up, but then by the time he reacts to it, it's too late. Now Perks, if Perks would have went directly across the goal and not outwards, he could have saved that. So that's kind of a point on him. If Dante hadn't cut rotation, he would have been in goal and Perks would have had more boost and everything as well. That's a point on him. I missed the ball. That's a point on me. But the MVP of that particular game, I would say, is Perks when it comes to rotation. Overall gameplay, MVP was me. Because, well, I was the one knocking him down, pushing it through. But Perks was, again, MVP of the entire game. I was there in the proper position, and we worked together to get things. So like I said, MVP of the game was me because, you know, I was doing the ball working and all of that. I was making the goals, doing the things I needed to do. One of those assists he just got from just touching the ball beforehand. I actually shoved that shit in because Perks passed it to me, and then Dante just left, so I popped it off a wall and popped it in myself. But still, I might have gotten match MVP, I guess is what I should call it. But Perks is the one that deserved that MVP. He was solid the entire time. He kept up positioning the entire fucking time. And his gameplay and all of that never faltered throughout the entirety of that. He made some mistakes, but he never faltered in what he was doing. I made obvious mistakes and could have ended the game, and that could have been a victory and all of that. However, throughout the entirety of the game, Dante was trying to make this match as hard as possible. And keep in mind that it don't matter how good your fucking teammates and shit are, if you're constantly fucking up and stressing your teammates, they're going to miss easy shots. If they have to worry about you coming up when, you know, you shouldn't be up, they're going to stress out and shit like that is going to naturally happen. And you're going to end up running into issues to where obvious shots that should be scored in ain't going to score in. Plus, we're talking about, like 9 minutes into a match or 4 minutes into overtime, something like that's happening. So, all of that rolled in together creates a rather interesting situation and an unfortunate turn of events. But it goes to show you it doesn't matter how good of a match you play. It doesn't matter how good you are, particularly. If you have a teammate that just can't really work together as a team, you're probably going to end up losing that match. And it's a shame that it happened. I'm not saying that it's all Dante's fault and blaming my other teammate, but I'm saying he didn't make the shit easy for us to pick up that victory. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make it easy for us. Either way, I will be right back. I've been doing this for like 3 hours and 20 minutes. I need a drink and some other shit and go in the bedroom. So I shall be right back. Alright, so trying to look into when that particular update's supposed to happen. But there isn't a time, and I don't generally pay attention when Rocket League updates happen. Because if it's just, an hour or so from now, I can play Rocket League. But if it's multiple hours from now, there's no point in me streaming Rocket League, getting burnt out on Rocket League, and then happen to restream Rocket League again. So, I don't know what I want to do from here. It's supposed to be implemented today, which is the 9th. Ooh. I can check Discord to see when the bot posts. Maybe that'll give me an estimation. Also, if you want to join the Discord server, feel free to. I will put the Discord link in chat. It is our permanent Discord link, so as long as you have it, it's there. There you go. That is the permanent Discord link. Feel free to use it. Join the server. We will welcome you with open arms. As of now, there aren't a lot of people actually in the server, but we hope to grow it one day. I need to go to announcements. It doesn't tell me a time. It just tells me the day that the bot posts the announcements. Also, if you go into our Discord server and click on the announcements, the Rocket League patch bot is there. So any type of patches that happen Rocket League wise, you can find them there and you don't have to look them up yourself. I wish there was a time associated with it though, so I could literally go, oh, well, this is the time where I need to do all of that done. Oh well. Alright, so I don't have a definite thing or a definite date or time. Because I mean, I know in the past, when they did updates, it was about 10 o'clock my time, which would be in about 13 minutes or so. So, I don't want to have to get off to get back on. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to head off of Twitch for now. Do some Dead by Daylight reviews, because I haven't done those in a couple of days. Get some food and whatnot. And then by that time, it should be at least 12, maybe 1 o'clock if there's something worth reviewing today. And then I will download the update and see if everything's done, if the update's out by then. So you'll either be hearing from me really soon or possibly tomorrow if it's going to take a long amount of time to get everything done. But either way, thank you for anybody stopping by. Will stop by, can stop by, will stop by, won't stop by, doesn't matter. And as always, supplement your lifestyle, and I will see you hopefully soon.